Timmy. God damn. Timmy.
The elders say the seers have guarded the misty marshes for generations.
Mike.
We are the forest's future.
We're good.
For families to gather in joy.
Hello,
For
hello.
dear friends to stay together.
Twisted my fucking loss?
For the
Bunch of
peace the
noobs,
bird
bro.
tribe and the forest.
Bunch of
Even if my feathers burn
noobs.
away, I will never fear. Even if the sky falls and the earth shatters.
No,
as
Estelle
long
is
as
up.
we stand together.
Are we
As
surviving?
long as
Hell
we
yeah.
endure,
We are
we will
surviving.
surely,
Bro, if...
surely
Bro,
losing everything.
if 9ZG
Just
can
as
do
I
it, we can.
Sinking into
Why
darkness.
can't we? Why can't we, bro? Chat, what's up with y'all, though?
My old self is already buried.
Can we win, bro? Stop asking the obvious question, bro.
This eternal
We are
blissful
winning.
heaven.
Easy as dubs.
What a
No sweat.
beautiful little bubble.
Why is it so hot today,
I
though?
can't wait
What's even the weather?
to pop it with my own hands.
Can we change? I wanna see the weather. We said we need Zia. Wrap it up, bro. Your favorite first.
Yoshidai has become a member.
I'm
Fix
literally
your
gonna
bet
sleep
first
tonight
before
after
sleeping.
this series.
Folded hands
No point.
emoji.
Thanks for 23 months, big dog. Going to week 4 of being sick, bro. Wrap it up, bro. You're not getting better at this point. Wait, OG versus Twist? Damn. Watchable? Watchable? Watchable, chat? Nah, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep.
Will you live for real? Join the party.
We're not. We are not.
Make the whole street a party.
That's too late,
And
bro.
Add disco balls.
What is this survival with the difference between the other? I think this time they have to win every
1v15
series. I think.
Live
I
real
don't
in
know what
every
it
shot.
means. I don't know what it means. But I know they gotta be number one in the bracket to actually play.
A beautiful start we have between Twisted
To
Minds
actually
as
play
well as
more.
9Z Global once again.
I don't know what it means,
Tofu
bro.
can
It's basically
go
do or
and with
die at
me
this point.
today is Yumas. We are heading into BTK versus Boars Gaming. What do you think about it?
Wow. First off, the first match of the day, you could not
Yo, what's up,
have scripted
Sharino?
it better,
I
right?
think like it's getting
Game
yeah,
5,
basically.
And it looks like they were losing, and there was a huge comeback here.
Bro said let's pray for
Amazing
them.
game there. But today, we're now actually, we have BTK versus
A
Boars
new
Gaming.
version
BTK
arrives
favorite,
on
you know,
9/24.
team, but not able to put a match win on the board here, right? But we've seen some,
Bro,
glimmers
Phil,
of
bro,
hope
that
there
shit was
when they
like
get
a
some
week
game
ago,
wins,
okay?
but they're
That
not
shit
able
was
to
a
get
week
match wins.
ago.
So maybe this best of 5 format.
Bro, we
could
beating
kinda move
every
into their
team
favor.
now, bro.
Similar to Boars Gaming, not able to
I
have
could
the
feel it.
most success as well. So this
I
is
could
gonna
feel
be,
it.
you know, going to see who is gonna be not
I
at the
can.
bottom today, basically.
That's true. While that is on the
can
board,
feel
we
it,
also
bro.
have something else on the board, and that's going to be a new version that arrives on the 24th of September. Get ready to unleash your spirit. What do we mean? You will find
Don't
out
sleep,
very soon.
bro. Don't sleep, bro.
Absolutely, those spritlings are gonna be awesome.
Was
Very
it
excited for
face
that.
cam?
And also the Ultimate Awakening.
the
right?
fuck?
Super thrilling MOBA.
Did you not
combat
see me?
On the 27th, we've already seen super thrilling combat today already. So I cannot wait for the 27th. It must be even more thrilling than before.
That's right. And now, second series of the day, Boars Gaming, BTK. I think we'll be starting with the introductions of BTK first. Now, with that being said, I think it's been a rough journey for both these teams, but Boars Gaming have recently recovered on the last day of ranking week, getting 2 wins in a row for themselves.
Absolutely.
We're not
Here's a
seeing
look at
user.
BTK here. A bit of the
Bro, it's
underdogs.
late.
Let's go and check them out.
What the fuck, Mueller? Oh my god, we gotta see Carlos fucking squaring up again, bruh. What the fuck, bro? Carlos. Classic group they just advanced one, so they gotta win one. So they have to win every single series there. Be number one, something like that.
Here's a look at BTK, the Bloodthirsty Kings, the challengers here. Now, there's been a lot of critical thoughts about BTK here, right? But we gotta always stress this team is
Bro, can we
relatively
draft?
new to Honor Kings, and they are going up against seasoned professional teams with a lot of veterancy. Them being able to take a few games is actually very impressive. It shows how quickly they can go ahead and adapt. Their roster has Hoon in the mid lane, Moba Zane
If
on
they lose
Marksman,
this match, they
Shark
can go
on
home.
Roam, best player in the
No, it's gonna
jungle,
happen
and
like
Fried Chicken
twice.
here in the clash lane.
Aren't they
Let's
gonna
see
verse
if
3
they
teams
learned
twice?
from that rankings week to go ahead and get a win on today.
Well, it has to be today because we have to take a look at Boars Gaming.
What's the stats of BTK? 0-6, 2-14, no 2-12, not 2-14, 2-12. So this is best of 5, right? Nah, this is easy, bro. Bro, this shit is easy. I'm telling you, bro. This shit easy, man.
Hailing from Kazakhstan, we have our Royal Hunters in the form of Boars Gaming, represented by 3005 in the
3005.
class Wise in the jungle.
Okay, 3-0 for us, so I can
in
sleep
that
soon.
mid, Mac in that farm, and of course Phasma in that roam. These 5 members looking for success once again, ending on a high.
Bro,
ranking
3-0
with 2
this
wins
so we
in a
can
row.
sleep, bro. So I
Yeah,
can
I was
sleep.
mentioning I was here for day 1 and 2, and they had some of the toughest games. They were against OG, they were against Twisted Minds and such here. So they had a bit of a rough start to rankings week.
Don't
but
jinx-
as
I'm
we were
not,
going
bro.
further into rankings week, right? It is a round robin. They are going to be able to play against
They lost to
every
Boars
team
before
here.
2-0
They're
is
able to
gonna
pick
be.
it back
Bro,
up with 2
difference
wins.
is
So
gonna
they
be
got those tough games out of the way.
we
already.
trusting more.
That's true, and I think
We
they really
believing.
learned a lot. I mean, taking control of the jungle
believe
was very
in,
important
bro.
for them.
Absolutely, yeah. They have a
But
great kind of
there
city.
is
Even
no
against those
way
tough
they're
games
not
there,
gonna beat
we
this
see them
team,
kind
bro.
of pull ahead early game.
There is
They're
no
not
way,
really
bro.
quite able to close it out or maintain it in the mid game here against some of the stronger teams, but they definitely did a good
Holy
job
shit!
versus, some of the
Carlos,
other
you only
teams
have
in Blue Bay.
34
Now, to see
kills?
a head-to-head
You is
here,
buns,
look at this.
bro.
The stats are pretty in line here. I'd say other than the average
Shima
damage.
12
Now, look at
hours.
Weiss there, doing on
this is their
average
game.
10,000 more damage than Blessed Player 1.
Bro, I think we gotta see the
Doing
Marco
a lot of
Polito now,
damage
bro.
is one thing, but getting the kills
We gotta
is
see
very
the
important,
Marco
right? You can do a lot of
Polito.
damage, but if you don't finish the job, then it doesn't matter that much. So we'll see Boars Gaming take up the blue side, so they will get prio pick, and BTK now will be tested on the counter pick side on the raid.
Are they in
Yeah,
draft
actually, we were
already,
saying
bro?
Earlier that blue pick or first pick is a little
Oh,
bit
they
more
are.
prioritized, but we see different
God
teams have different
damn.
strategies. As BTK actually, they actually will take first pick here. Okay, they're taking first pick here.
Oh,
and
first pick
Boars Gaming
early.
is actually gonna be the side that does have those counter 2 picks.
Okay, so Mai and Dharma immediately taken out. BTK knows that this is a risk on giving that side on
Is
the
it
board,
that
which
they can
means
only
they're
choose the
probably
hero one
gonna
time
prio
only?
the
Yes,
RD pick,
yes,
I guess.
yes.
Okay, it's fair.
Ooh, Lung.
Yeah, I'm surprised because we were mentioning earlier that BTK, one of their weaknesses is they don't play Arlie as proficiently as some of the other teams here.
Bro said,
But
bro,
still
yo,
giving Zane
Phil,
and
shut the
Seti
hell up,
banning
bro.
out that Arlie and
We
giving
play
them the
Arlie
long first pick. This
good.
is actually perfect for BTK.
Oh,
I'd
lady
say.
son? That early
True,
though?
but then Boars Gaming, they come up with a very nice answer that is the
Can be
burst
bro,
in the form
stop
of the lady.
asking the most
So
stupid
both farm
question,
laners
bro.
offering
We
the
winning,
same
bro.
style of kits, but who gets to burst who? That's the big question here.
We
yeah,
are
maybe this
winning.
game we'll see something like the main
Bro, I can't
Lady
see
Sun
shit,
strategy
though.
we've seen in the past. We've seen in KWC a good
Shit,
amount as well
PMO.
too, but we've yet to
My hair's
see it
too
in the
long.
KMW, if I'm correct, as they lock into Yuan. That could be flexed in the mid position or the
Bro,
roam
4,
position.
5,
They're
6
often
rep. You
seen
crazy,
in the
bro.
roam position here, so maybe that strategy.
Luna?
will come out today.
Ain't no way, bro.
Really? BTK has done this to me so many times. They keep flashing the Luna but never pick it. So like, best player one,
Go
can you
bald.
please
Maybe
lock
at the
it
end
in?
of the year. I
Yeah,
would.
I seen Best Player One play some Luna on stream.
Oh, he played Luna.
Is he able to play it at a professional level now, though, is the question.
Okay, they do lock it in. I'm excited by this one. So BTK, let me see what this damage that Luna offers, right? Balls Gaming.
Bro, are we
come up with the
cook?
Ogren counter pick. Is it going to be strong enough? Because Luna is so mobile. It's so hard for Ogren to get the catch.
Absolutely. If I was BTK, I would think about, you know, removing maybe the Liang here, right? They could always go ahead and flex a Yuan in the mid lane. And if they pick up a Liang, they could shut down that
Looking like the
Luna here.
global
And there we go.
ban
Liang
gets
goes
boring
ahead and gets banned
watching the
out.
same
You
heroes,
see Boars
OP
Gaming
heroes in other
targeting
games.
some
That's
other
true.
mid laners beside BTK. They know that Hoon wants to get that Lady Gen going. And
Trust? I do trust that guy.
So they remove those. A bit of a hybrid. Usually you see teams with that bans target a specific person here, but they actually opt to split it between the two remaining members of BTK.
Okay, so does BTK go for the Yixing? I
Was
mean,
the
it
guy
works
sending next to
wonders.
BTK? Coach.
Yeah, the Yixing and the Zhangfei we were mentioning is a pretty good combo.
Are we
overall.
winning? Yes, we
Is it a
are,
combo that
bro.
they want to lock up here in this
We
game and
are.
invest into this? We're not sure yet. They actually also ban out the Liang Po, you know? They don't want the possibility
Is
of
Luna HOK
that,
banning, no?
Yuan going into the mid lane,
Nor.
so they go ahead and remove up that roam option from the
Did
side
you
of
already
Boars
lost
Gaming.
draft?
It looks like
Bro,
even if they did that,
what's
they're
up with
gonna
this
send those
fucking
two into the
hey
roam
shit,
and send
bruh?
Yuan mid anyway.
Okay,
I don't get. Yo,
have
we
to be clear
playing
about this.
She now?
BTK's
She.
draft is impressing me. This is not the same BTK 3 days ago. This is for sure.
See, I'm
But
telling
Balls
you, bro.
Gaming,
We cool
nice
came now,
response. They get
boys.
the party in the clash lane. This is going to be about the catch, right? Hoon plays a very important marker in this game for BTK, and for Balls, it really is about Mac on this Lady Sun. Can he get those?
Does it
two
sound
shots
low?
in?
Absolutely. We've seen
Maybe
BTK,
low
I think
for
their
you all,
drafts
bruh.
have always been very solid, but when it comes
Yeah,
down to
answer me.
execution,
What do you want?
it was always a little bit hit or miss, right?
Yeah, why
they've
are
always
you
had
there?
great drafts here, and
Were
I
you
think this is
there as a
another one
sub?
here,
Huh?
picking up a great composition here. They don't pick up the Yixing, instead they pick up something like the Sha here. Try and get a little bit easier picks down, potentially, to get the Luna ahead early. But let's go ahead and see how
Wouldn't
they
she
can
better than
play
Luna,
this
bro?
game out. Very
We
curious
winning this
how
1-0.
it
Just
goes.
put it in the
Game one is gonna
bag.
set the pace.
Boris,
Okay, so Luna
just
is a
surrender.
very
Stop
nice
wasting
pick for
time. I'm
viewers
trying to
because it
sleep.
looks flashy, but the success rate of a Luna is really low because it's a high risk, high reward. If you get shut down early game, there is no way to come back.
High risk, high
Yeah, and
reward.
we're always
Bro,
mentioning
that's not
Luna's
good
very
for Carlos,
telegraphed
bro.
in how they want to clear, right?
I might
They
be
need
hating,
that
bruh,
Azure move.
but-
if you're able to somehow disrupt that, they have a really hard time getting that level 4
That's not
and
good
getting
for him,
into
bro.
that mid game.
It's not good for him. But we
Here's
trust.
look at the players here
We
getting
trust.
ready once again here. Red
Are you in
Cutie
the
looking a little bit
tournament as a
confused,
sub?
not sure what he
No,
saw there.
not.
Getting a little bit of hand signals off of screen there, but they're getting ready for their match here.
When you
Hoon
get-
is locked
What am
in
I gonna
and
do there,
ready.
bro?
Bit of an interruption to going into the game, but it's okay. Both teams get a little bit cooler before they get into the action. I'm interested to see the Hoon Sha. I've never really seen him play the
Why
Sha.
is
You
it
know?
Sha?
Not a pick he plays
not
often
she?
on stream here as well. Too.
Sha.
So he's busting out a little bit of a wild card here, something that we don't expect from him, and certainly not something that Boards Game expected from him, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's very important to be able to pick this Shi pick. It's not the most difficult hero to
Sharp.
execute, but also because they have an Ogren on the other side, right? So the moment he comes in with the path of passing, there is a potential that Hun can actually get the catch on the Wise, and then it becomes a 5v1.
Absolutely, yeah, and we don't see much
I
Sha
don't
play
know, like a
outside of, I think,
ding-a-ling. Like a
Highland
ding-a-ling right now,
exactly.
bro.
No real other
Fresh
teams
cut ding-a-ling,
kinda
like
play
Carlos,
that.
bro.
So BTK taking a little bit out of a Twisted
Bro,
Minds book.
chat,
That's one of the best books
chat,
to take
Carlos
strategy
is
out of,
cooked,
as they
bro.
are the former KMW champions.
Carlos is
Yes,
is
very
cooked.
important to learn from your opponents. I mean, yes, you might have to deal with a couple of L's, learning lessons in the form of losses, right? But it's really about the improvement, how fast you can grow. And I think just based off the draft, You know what, BTK, I like the idea, but the real challenge is, okay, that's a decent draft. Can
Wait,
you execute
did
it well?
Shark perm his there or?
Absolutely. BTK, they've been learning a lot in the rankings week, okay? The time for learning is done.
Someone
you
cook
learn a
him,
little bit too much in
Malaysia or
survival
some
week,
shit.
you're going home. So let's see how BTK goes ahead and does it. Look at my boy Shark here, super nonchalant, waiting for the game to go ahead and happen here.
10K, which is not.
Damn,
they're getting 10K?
He's kinda vibing right there. You know, he's vibing. He doesn't look scared, but you know, he's ready to go.
I mean, I am an
Bro,
advocate
Carlos
of
looking like my
lifelong
ball
learning,
sack,
so
bro.
I don't know if this is going to be the case for BTK here, because look, the history of Balls Gaming has a track record and a good one. The first 10 minutes has always been Balls.
Alright, guys, first game, boys.
Absolutely, and while Boris
This
has
shit
not been
easy,
able to
man.
keep that momentum going versus some of the other
Bro,
teams
Boris,
here,
just surrender,
BTK,
bro.
not a very proven team, right? One of the new kids on
surrender,
the
bro.
block here, new to the KMW. This is Group A versus Group A though, so they're not gonna have to worry about placing against some of these really strong teams. Here is where you go ahead and set yourself apart, and there's only
Do I have
one team that can
TTS?
get out of Group A.
I do think so,
they
yeah.
really need to set themselves apart.
Yes, they have to take all the points they can have. It would be better not to drop any games in the series. And bear in mind,
Wait.
from today onwards, all
Huh?
series are best of 5s. You have to go
Wait,
the
the-
distance here against your opponents.
Wait, it was a bit of a mix-up here.
Huh?
BTK is the one with the Yuan and the Ogren. Actually, it's Boris Gaming with the Luna.
Oh.
What the fuck,
Okay,
bro?
this is a completely different
You're
case
pissing me
than
off, bro. I
think.
thought we were gonna see Carlos, bro.
I don't know.
I thought we were gonna see Carlos, bro.
Gaming, they have to play this well.
Oh, here we go. Flash coming out from
Bro.
the shot already. 40
Now you're
seconds
making me
into the
tight,
game here.
bro.
Red QD busting out the shift. So, okay.
Bro, you're making
so
me
who
tight.
is on a pick that we see him pick a little bit more? When I saw the shot, I thought it was a little bit interesting, you know,
Bro,
because we
you're
don't see
making me
him play
tight,
that
bro.
often. But he does play a good amount of Yuan mid here. So BTK with a draft that, you know, they're perceivably a little bit more comfortable with now.
Yes, and I think for now,
They messed up on the
understandable
production,
why
bro.
now Fried Chicken actually gets
God
the party. This is one of
damn.
his signature picks on the hero right in the
PMO.
crash lane. Let's see if BTK is able to really
How
hit
much is
those
your
power spikes
TTS?
at the important time, because Shark
I don't
actually
know,
has been
to be
landing quite a
honest.
few hits as well. I mean, the cannon blast has
I
been really
think $5
consistent.
is gonna
Mobile
talk, I
Zane
don't
as well. Those frag grenades have been hitting the mark.
Yeah, Mode 2 we don't talk about too much, but it's actually like one
Oh
of the
my
most
God, Mode 2
underrated
again,
consistent
bro.
picks. We've seen it pick a good amount in the rankings week, and it never really, you know.
Oh,
it
first
stands
block?
out. It's kind of always there, but it does its job. Games it's picked in, it's relatively good. It's able to get those cannon blasts, disrupt the enemies, right? It's usually not the reason their team wins, but it's also not the reason their team loses. It's just a super consistent range mage style roamer here.
Yes,
God
and
damn,
I think
that's
it's fighting its value, right? Look, BTK are
Oh, no.
aggressive. That's
Okay,
red.
good.
And here we go. Wise tries to go
We're
in,
fine,
but
we're
on the
fine.
back line,
We're
30 on
fine,
5, 1v4
Nice.
now. And he gets locked down. This is not the Boris Gaming. In fact, this is BTK's great start.
Absolutely, and Shark there
Nice.
getting that value we were talking about, right? Comes in clutch last second with a cannon blast to lock down 30-05 to secure
Oh,
the kill. We
savage.
see Boris Gaming go ahead and try to take it to BTK here, but Yuan being able to go untangible there, dodges out on all that damage and
Bro,
gets
Boris
the kill
Gaming
back
just
out
surrendered,
for
bro.
best
He
player
was
one here.
1-0
They're moving throughout the
already.
jungle together and trying to get
The
this
next game,
Auburn
surrender
online.
again.
What is this BTK, man? This is a very unfamiliar team. The way they're executing the draft is actually not bad. Look, Shark, I think he has been on point.
Jesus
Look,
Christ,
he missed
Phasma.
Man right
You
off
is
as well.
buns.
That's a huge
Yo,
resource
he has no
gone. For
ult.
the next, 1 minute? That might not be enough time for him to recover the Unbridled Outburst before that 4-minute mark.
Shark with a fancy
We're
feed,
winning next
dodging
fight
out
now,
the Unbridled
for sure.
Outburst. A bit ambitious of a pick there from the side of Phasma there, trying to catch out the Shark. He's on that wall. He has flash. Realistically, he's not going to go down there, but I like that they attempted it here, trying to check Shark. Shark still, once again, getting those cannon blasts, getting vision for his team, and fending off the side of Boris Gaming.
Okay, so now let's take a look at what Boris Gaming need to do. Right? They're not able to extract value across the map so far because
Okay.
BTK has been
Carlos,
at
don't
the
die,
map
though.
the entire game.
Bro, Carlos always dies
Absolutely, and
whenever he
this is,
clears
again,
mid,
great
by the
early
way.
game. Boris Gaming, you know, while they were able
That's what
to
I
hang with
noticed.
some of the other teams
He always
in the
dies
early
there.
game, it looks like BTK here
Don't know
is
why.
able to hang as well. They're getting up
Has
in
to
gold
be in a
here.
habit.
They have the gold lead. They have
Gotta
the
be a
kill
habit
They
at
just
this
need to
point,
keep this
bro.
up and not squander this lead they have.
It's about a 600 goal lead, right? Not the biggest right now, but the goal leads are pretty okay.
New
in a
marks
sense
on
where
HOK?
important members are getting it, right? So Fried Chicken actually has the lead in lane. Mobile Zane also has the lead in lane, and more importantly, it's Wise actually now recovering the lead back from best player 1.
Okay.
I would say though, yeah, while everyone on side BTK and the other carriers ahead, Weiss is pretty strong.
Yeah, we
Upper
know.
level on best player 1 here, right? Has a
think
good
we're
amount of gold,
fine.
as you mentioned, and now stealing their Zergolem and they're taking
Holy
the fall and going in.
Luna!
Yep, Wise gets a double kill here on the
Oh, he
back
should be
line.
dead,
Not
though.
ideal
He
for
should
the
be
side
dead.
of BTK, but Wise is falling a
Foie?
little low. Mobile Zane might
It's
want
the
to try and
foie?
go in onto the back lines on the side of Boris Gaming, but it's not going to be enough. And what a timing to do it as well. 4.5 minutes.
What's the GG
Boris
Red
get
Bull?
access
Calm
into
your
the first
ass
tyrant of the
down,
game.
bruh. It's literally
Absolutely.
first
I don't think BTK has played
fight.
against too many Luna, so I guess they're learning about Luna here now. As Weiss dives in and gets a double kill here. Luna is extremely ahead now, up almost 2 levels on best player on that Auburn here. They need to go ahead and slow this back down now. They were
Oh.
ahead, but instantly one fight, they are now
Oh
behind.
no, shark.
Oh no, they did not manage to get that final blow onto Mac here. He's going to use his Dragon from the Infinite Fastest, gets out of danger. At the same time, BTK, I still like the stuns coming out from Shark. Can they deal more turret damage though?
Yeah, they're looking. Here we go. Brown Harper's on Lady Sun, getting a little bit too caught there. Zane, a bit out of position, greeting for tower damage in the face of Zhang Fei. A little bit scary. And we see here why he immediately gets converted on. When you're in front
We're
of a
fine,
Shi
bruh.
and Zhang Fei, you really cannot play like that, right? Because they are able to just convert off each other so well.
We
Yes, we have
good.
been sleeping on Red Cutie for so long.
We're
This guy is
fine.
really a core part of the team. The catches have been phenomenal so far. And BTK, yes, they have improved, but they have not improved enough because Boris Game
Bro,
is looking
who's
for
saying
an
that
opening
shit
on
right
the
now?
at the
They are
bottom.
improving, bruh.
The true target is the Zergolem.
PMO.
Like, imminent.
Here we go. Once again, is always
no,
going to be
we're
a
not
fight
getting-
over this Azure Golem here as fight breaks out.
Oh. Good, 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 good.
Flash box comes out.
Oh, this guy dead. Luna dead, Luna dead, Luna dead, Luna
But
dead.
Mac does go down for it.
Oh, but BTK, they have found an opening. Like you said, the box was it a very huge deal? Not the biggest because Mac was already
Push
low,
mid.
but it allowed Mobile Zane to get the kill. And with that, for the 3, BTK hang on and maybe able to put a little bit more pressure onto the map itself.
Oh, we get
BTK,
bought.
They want to try and defend that T1 at
Right,
the
well,
top. because
coulda
the
pushed
T1
it,
at the
no?
bottom should be open for the taking. One more hit. No, not gonna get it.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, Zane backing up there, kind of wanting to let the minions finish that tower out there, and it gets punished as Charlotte is able to clear it just in time there for it to not get taken out. Now he needs to go ahead and take down another wave before he can give that global gold over to his team here. But wait, look at this. Charlotte is in the bot lane here. Can they have a 2v1 here? Can they get a catch on the Charlotte?
I mean,
Okay, we get turret.
getting a kill would be
Towers on
great, but-
one.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
T1 is just the most important part, right? Look, I'm so impressed by the growth of BTK, man. This is not what I expected coming in.
Oh?
Hey, while BTK didn't win any matches before, we saw them, go the distance with a lot of these teams. They're able to take a game off of ALO Gaming, right? There's another team they took a game off as well, too. So they've shown that they can win. It's just they're not as consistent yet, but here's
What
a
the
game
hell,
that they
Lee?
can probably win again here, too. No, as we see best player go down. Uh-oh, this is not
Bro,
good.
they gotta watch
Yeah,
out
the
on
setup
the
is
sheep, bro.
wonderful for the side of Board
Bro,
Game,
we're-
and
we're
they clean
cooked.
house with that one. Is going to be 4 members down, and they get the Zero Golem as well. BTK,
We are so
once
cooked.
again, great start, but unable to hang on to the lead that they had. And for now, Fried Chicken is all
Okay,
alone.
nice loot
His
from
lonesome
Chick.
self has to watch as the jungle is being taken apart.
I don't know if you guys ever played against a Fed Luna, alright?
Yo, this with a 5.
Super chat.
Biggest
First
enemies,
thing
okay?
chicken
But
Oh, hell yeah.
Luna is gonna be
Always
playing
do.
against a Fed
My
Luna
go-to
here today.
BTK.
Luna is 5,
Oh
6
my
kills
lord.
deep here now, and oh man, it is gonna be a clinic that they're gonna be putting on.
Yes, called it off there, but not for Boars Gaming because BTK now are behind by 2,000, close to 3,000 gold. Is this the biggest lead? Not really, but
This guy
Wise
should be
is
dead.
feeling it today.
Oh!
Oh, he gets locked down though.
God damn! Looking like my Lancelot right now, gang.
Getting out, okay, he was just kind of there, 1v2, attempts it and gets away.
Yeah, this is not comfortable for the side of BTK. I mean, the pressure being put on by Boars. This fits with the MO. This is the Boars early game, right? The first 10 minutes, they don't normally lose track of the lead.
Yeah, we always say there's some heroes that can kind of get out of control, right? We were talking about earlier the Fade, the Lamb, the Yao, right?
Oh, 1v1?
And this is a hero
I
that
got
can
fight
get
on
out of
it, bro.
control, the Luna.
Yes, I mean, look, crowd control, high mobility, decent damage, shielding.
Bro,
as
they
well.
gotta watch out
So
on the
many
sheep, bro. The
perks
sheep is
to playing the
criminal, man.
Luna,
That
especially when
guy's,
you're playing it
that
with
guy
a
is
lead.
coking them.
Yeah, we see the Luna just soloing out the Tyrant. Another
Bro
person
said
is
cap, I
able
never
to
cap.
rush down objectives extremely quickly as well too, right? Constantly getting that reset on that ultimate here. We
Never
see
cap.
White's just darting throughout the map here. No real fear of the side of BDK. You know, they don't have the damage to really take him out immediately there.
No
But
Dragon
there
Balls
are
right
also
now,
some
no
targets
Dragon
that,
Balls.
You know, he can't really take out as easily as well, like the Yuan, right?
Bro, that guy
But
should
it's
be
not
dead next
as
fight, bro.
Easy as it looks to be, right? But at the same time, look, Boris is playing the map a little bit better than BTK. Right now, they're pooling the members of BTK to react to what they want to have happen. And this is one of the strengths of the side of Boris Gaming, which is pretty decent map control within the first 10 minutes. We'll see if BTK recovers after this.
Boris Gaming looking for a fight.
They
here.
have to
Zhang
find
playing
Shi,
very
man.
aggressively, but I understand why. He's up 2 levels on Shark. Look at this. Zhangfei level 12, Shark's only level 10 here. Everyone outside Boris Gaming is up so much experience.
Oh,
Level
Why?
15, Luna.
Yeah, he baits it out with
God
right
damn.
offers as well. The control comes
Oh, we
in.
good, we good, we
Punching
good.
the survive, but
Kalito's
on the
so
back
tanky.
lines is not going to be the same picture as West
What
player.
the
One
fuck?
is taken down. along
Everyone's
with
got
Shark as well. They
bursted.
force out the flash. Morbid Zane going to be taken down. And with that,
Yo.
Mech gets out to safety with the infinite vastness. Gets a double kill in the process. And the T3s are on the menu for the boards.
Boris Gaming had no
We're
minions,
fine.
I'm pretty sure, and
Chat,
they
only
dove the
6K.
tier 2 onside BTK. They
I
are
think we're
in
fine,
a
bro.
world of hurt
We're
right
fine,
now.
bros.
Once these heroes like that Luna get
Holy
ahead,
fuck, the
look
guy's
at the gold
fed.
chart, up
10K?
3,000 gold on everyone in the game here. Ridiculous.
Yo. Chat, is my stream good?
3,000 is insane.
What the
10,000 gold
fuck?
is insane at 10 minutes. That means he has 1,000 GPM. That's 1,000 gold per minute.
And Weiss is putting it to good use here, taking all these
Hello,
objectives
Z,
here
how you
on
doing?
everyone. We see a
I'm
double
doing
objective being
great,
taken
bro.
inside Board Gaming. Now,
Bro said buy better internet. Do you not know my internet is, bro? Bro, why is this not working?
we say a lot about Board Game. They know how to push a lead here. They're
Bro, it has to be their shit, bro.
Yes, it's close to a 6,000 goal lead at
Okay,
this
we
point.
good now.
Boris Gaming, they're feasting. One more T2 for the taking maybe, but BTK, they can defend
Oh
this
my
if they
God, they
want.
got
Oh
the
no,
big
here comes the
purple
catch as
now.
well. They actually force Fried Chicken into a bad position, and with that, they have to move away. But during that skirmish, Wise actually steals the T2 on the top.
Yeah, Luna's great at split pushing as well too. It's great in these fights, but it's able to dart around the map so quickly that, you know, while you're kind of tending to mid lane or bot lane, they're able to dash up to the clash lane and push that.
Bro, I
wave
swear
in.
to God,
We see
bro, we
Luna
winning this
steal
game.
A lot of towers.
He's gotta wait.
Yep, the
He's gonna
scaffold
wait
is
for a
here.
set.
The cut is deep. The T3 on the top going to be taken down. BTK has
Oh,
the passes for now. Oh, they do get a stun on
Oh.
the Wise. Not going to be
Stun?
enough. Hoon tries to make that play.
Charlotte?
Stun in. There is a
They got saved by the
knockback.
fucking
save comes in
dinosaur,
from
bro.
Phasma, and
They been a
BTK
dinosaur,
have no
bro?
answers.
That was honestly the picture perfect engage for BTK here, right? Luna jumps in and immediately gets stunned by Cannon Blast, but they were just not able to output enough damage to take out the Luna. Luna's at the point in the game where she has her full build. She's going to be relatively durable with the Augurin's Ward and such there, and we see them kind of survive really ridiculous situations now.
Exactly. I mean, it's a 12-3 scoreline. Best player one is trying to
Bad
scout out
ult.
information
I
in
mean,
the jungle, right? Who can
maybe
they
you
catch?
get
But for
bursted,
now,
bro.
Red Cutie is the one that's putting a lot of damage. Momo Zane, once again.
Oh, no
the fight
dragon.
hasn't even-
Oh,
There we go, along with the infinite vastness.
Oh!
To the backline of
Dragon
BTK.
dead, dragon
Fried
dead.
Chicken does kill him for that
They
transversion, though,
overkilled
as
that
we
guy,
see
by the
BTK
way.
kind of group up and survive it. Usually you use that ultimate to
They-
get
they
yourself to
overkill
safety.
him.
Mac feeling himself a little bit there with that aggression, tries to engage
Chicken would've
there
just
over
killed
the
him.
wall, gets punished for it, and BTK are showing some signs of life here. We see 30-05 with the Charlotte. Everyone is really leveled up on the side of Boards Gaming now.
It's important, right? Because this is where recovery can start for the side of BTK, and then this is also the problem for Boss. They kind of get overconfident, and they start to throw away the lead they have gotten for themselves. So not ideal, but Mac, he does have the Siege Breaker, so this is an important item for him.
Yeah, every single hero on the side of Boar's Gaming is up so much gold here. We see that Luna is full build already. Probably has that Sanctuary
Luna full
Destiny
build?
ready in the back as well too, because it is
Holy shit,
13,000 gold
13K.
to barely not even 10,000 yet for a best player.
Bro, the she, man.
That is not a
That she
ideal
is actually
situation for
criminal
sure,
as
but
fuck.
he is level 15, so there is a little bit of silver lining down here. And I think BTK will do their best to not take a team fight here. If they don't lose the team fights, they can probably drag the game out up to the Tempest game.
Here's the bright side about Luna getting full build.
Do
9
BTK
minutes in the
scale
game, you know?
well?
She can only get worse from
Even
here.
I
right?
don't know.
She's just been already at
You know
peak
what I
strength
know?
for the
They're
last
still
few
gonna win
minutes
this
here.
game.
She's not getting any stronger, as you mentioned. If they can go ahead and stall it out, maybe they can catch up on items here. Best player is coming back here. Usually around that 10, 12,000 gold mark is going to be where you get all your items anyway. So any extra that Weiss gets now is just going to be gravy on top for stuff like that Sanctuary and Destiny we were talking about
gravy
there.
on top,
so
bro?
Board Gaming really wants to go ahead and lock up this game before BTK kind of match their strength here.
Yes, because then you're kind of putting BTK as their natural habitat, which is they love to fight, right? And late game, that's the game decider. A
Well, this
good
guy should be
fight.
dead.
Absolutely.
So
We see Zhang Fei being caught out here, potentially forced to use the Unbridled Outforce, but they're turning it into an engage
Holy
here.
fuck.
You want for forced to use
Holy
ultimate there
shit.
to get away. Charlotte on the back
Okay.
line, 35 dive
Nice
so
defense
incredibly
on our
deep,
marksman.
it's peeled off by
Wait,
the members of
Carlito's dead.
BTK. They're able to death ball it up.
Wait, how did Carlito
But it
dead,
doesn't matter
bro?
because BTK has no jungler now. There is no smite. Now, Wise, they can take this team fight to a different level. They can start
Bro, low-key
working
they just
on
play
their
around Zane, man.
Shadow Tyrant on the side of
They should
Boys
always
Gaming
play
as
around
well.
Zane.
And this is going to be
Cause
very
they-
detrimental
cause
to the side of BTK because you don't
this
want to
one-
fight
this
against
one's
a
always
team
gonna die
that
with
has a
me.
Tyrant buff.
They're playing it really slowly. They probably still have the Primal Bond here, so they're being extra cautious with it, making sure everyone goes ahead and resets. BTK trying to get vision here. You see
Poor
Shark
people
doing such a great
touching.
job of getting vision with that Cannon Blast.
Yeah, maybe zone.
And that support item active
And maybe
there,
you can,
to
maybe
scout
you
out
can
the bushes
zone.
there as
Holy
well, but
shit,
wow, look
boy,
at
that
He
damage is
misstep
insane.
once. Zane in one flaming palms lost 70% of his health.
That's crazy, but that's the beauty of having the Lung, right? And now they will get the clear, the
shit's
Shadow
not normal,
Overlord
bro.
going to be
That
set
shit should
down
not
on
be
its
normal.
flight path on the bottom here.
Oh,
And
no,
another
she-
potential
oh,
fight.
she
They wanna
low.
get the lockdown, the backline.
Oh
Wise
my
gets all of them. It's
God.
not gonna be good news for the side of BTK because now they're just left with fried chicken, and all he can do
God
is he cooks up. And with that, that's a
damn.
team ace, a triple kill.
God
Wise. That Boys Gaming victory
damn.
is in sight.
That was like a train wreck you were watching happen. We saw Luna on the map there. Zhang Fei lands the ultimate on the 4, and I'm like, uh-oh. That's it right there. As Luna comes in and absolutely decimates
Isn't
BTK
jungle the
there.
strongest role in
They
this
have
game?
that sanctuary. We mentioned they
I
have
don't
so
think
much
so. I
gold, they
think
find
it's
a
a
bunch
clash.
of items prepped there, but don't even need it.
Second though, yeah.
Look, that unbridled outburst was literally Phasma serving the entirety of BTK.
The guy
on
is
a silver
cracked.
platter to Wise.
Yeah, and Weiss was just
He
so
probably has
strong.
the blood
He
of
didn't
the
even have
gods.
to do that many dashes, right? Like 2 or 3 dashes,
I mean?
and he already killed all the members on the side of BTK. Quadra kill there for Weiss. Almost a pentakill. I think the
Why
long
did you
ended
block
up
the Zhang Fei?
stealing one of those there.
What
But
the
super
fuck?
impressive match right there. And we're mentioning BTK's been learning a lot. They're
Yep,
still
they have.
learning.
they have to learn.
Never ending
I mean,
learning,
this one
bro.
is a painful lesson because they actually did quite well. They managed to stave off the monstrous growth of Boris Gaming for a little bit in that initial 10-minute mark, and they were well on their way
Okay,
to
we got
getting
next
towards
game.
the late game.
We got next
but
game, bro.
unfortunately, Phasma had other plans, and he
We
was
got next
telling
game.
the team that, hey, I have a buffet for you. It's gonna come in the form of the BTK boys.
Absolutely there. But yeah, the Luna that we were mentioning, it's one of those picks that can go crazy. Here's a
Bro,
game
yeah, but
where you see it
import
go
two
crazy.
is
This game very similar to my
wide.
ranked games when I'm against Luna.
Oh,
Level
born and
15,
raised in
9
America,
minutes
though.
in,
Does that
and
mean
then
counted?
just there was a point in the middle of the game, Weiss was just standing in the middle
Does
of the
she
map.
count it?
There was no minions or anything coming out. He was just trying to test out his combo here. He was like, let me test
Bro,
out my
holy
combo
shit,
under
the
the
Luna
tower.
damage
And he
is
gets
insane.
jumps in and then immediately gets back away there. Luna is one of those heroes. They just get too out of control, and they did not have the tools to shut the Luna down as they
God
removed
damn,
the
boys.
Liang from them.
Yeah, the same thing, right? Not allowed to play with your win conditions. Let's take a look at the growth of this side of balls. But this game, you know, definitely it should be Wise in that MVP.
Absolutely, there. Weiss 10-1 definitely gets the MVP there.
Two members
We see
really
them.
big difference.
Yeah, we see them on the Destiny near the
10-1-7?
through some of the items there. He was just up so much gold. I think it was the 16,000 gold here.
Bro,
on
Jerry,
Weiss. If you look
bro.
at Weiss's gold compared to
I'd
Shark,
watch Party,
he's more
dog.
than double their gold right now because he's so extremely ahead.
Yeah, but
I'd
that's
watch
also
Party,
the reason
bro.
why his damage is so high, right? He had everything going for him. Close to 150,000 worth of hero damage dealt to the side of BTK.
Absolutely. Hey, and we got to give a shout out to Shark here. We mentioned Shark all throughout that early game was doing so much work with those cannon blasts, getting visions as well. And looking at the numbers, he did impressive damage. On the losing team here, he did more
that made
damage
to deal with
than
Luna?
the enemy class
Kinda
laner here,
fed.
right? Doing a similar damage
even
to
if,
mid laner, actually, on the Motsu.
Even if Shark ulted
really
him,
gave a
fucking
lot of value in the early part of the
Zhang
game
Phase is
because
gonna
of the
ult
stuns coming
back.
in. But the MVP, once again, we all know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Wise here. 10-1-7. The one that finished off the entire.
Bro, they look alike,
with
no?
that quadra kill at the
Bro, he
end
look
there,
like Luna,
dealing
bro.
37% of the
Or maybe
team's
I'm
kill
tired.
damage.
That's one of the most impressive damage numbers we've seen in a while, right? 37%, single-handedly doing more than a third of his team's damage, and it makes sense. He got so ahead in the early to mid game here. In the very, very early game, you know, Luna wasn't doing that much, kind of just farming up and getting ready.
Bro said
But
does
once we
Z,
saw
that's
this-
it, I'm
this
going
one
to
fight-
sleep.
This is the fight I'm talking about, I think. here.
PMO.
This
Bro,
first
he
fight
just
here
got
at the
2
start of
kills and the
game,
game
he
is
was already
over,
up a
bro.
level on Ogren just via farming, but then able to get 2 kills on top of it as well too. That just cemented that he was going to be a problem this game.
Yes, and even though, you know, Shark provided so much value in the start, end of the day, the Mortar has one core weakness, which is CC, right? Shark actually got into a pretty nice position to get that thing inside the box. But unfortunately for him, you know, any sort of stun will stop that. And this one was the serving silver platter.
Brutal final fight there for the likes of BTK. And yeah, the Motsu pick, it's strong in the early game, but I would say it's one of those picks that really needs to kind of be ahead. You want to be ahead so that you can push into the enemy jungle and always get vision with those cannon blasts and such. When you're playing on the back foot with Motsu, you're often just shooting down the minion wave and trying to clear for your team. And that's not what you want to be doing, right? The best Motsus are in the enemy jungle, getting vision, harassing the enemy jungler with cannon blasts on their buffs and such. And Shark was just not really given that room because they were so behind as a team.
Yep, so with that being said, we will go for a break. When we're back, we bring you game number 2.
Modzu. The way to counter Luna is to invade their early. Do we want to watch our early game? On why we
Wise
can do it?
actually now
Comes in clutch last range mage style.
Let's just
Right
say
here.
our playstyle is more on MLBB still. BTK playstyle is more on MLBB still. I don't know. I mean, BTK also doesn't have the come to invade reliability. I mean, you gotta find a way though. I don't know.
We the kings, it's an honor showtime.
Damn, 0, bro! And we're winning the next 3 games. That is not cope. That is not cope. You know? I speak the truth and only the truth. Bro said first blood double do. This music is fun, bro. What the fuck? I say you bro, I've been booking for 10 million years, bro.
Welcome back. It is time for the second game of this
Is
best
it reverse?
of 5.
No, it's best of 5,
and of
bro.
course, yes, I am
Best
facing
of
some
5.
cannon blasting with my internet as well. So you must take it away.
Bro, why is it so hot lately, bro? I
I'll
hate
pretend to be
Toronto
frozen as
weather,
well
bro.
here.
It's
No, I'm
fucking
kidding.
weird.
But yeah, we're going into game 2 here
already
with
September,
BTK
bro.
versus Boars Gaming here. And as you
Like,
mentioned,
whether
BK,
go
they held their
cold,
own in the
bro.
early game against Boars Gaming, which you also mentioned had a very, very strong early game, right? But once
Fucking
that
weird ass
Luna got
weather,
out of
man.
control, I think it's just comes with experience, right? There's all these picks in Honor of Kings that can just get so crazy out of control, especially when played at the highest level by a team like Boars Gaming here. And BTK is gonna have to figure those out one by one, right? The other time I cast in one of the games, they were up against an Arlie composition that Arlie got out of control for. This game, Luna got out of control for. There's just so many picks in Honor of Kings that are able to be very, very pivotal when they're given away. If you give away the Luna, you give away the Arlie, you need to have the game plan for it. Earlier in the day, we were mentioning
We
PPL
watch, we
style
don't. That's what
draft
I'm
is if you
saying,
give your
bro.
opponent the gun,
Weather
but it's
cold
Luna
one day,
and
hot
the Arlie
another
and
for
such,
me,
you
right?
gotta make sure it's not
Bro,
loaded, right? You
it's
have
so
things to
cold
go
in the
counter
morning,
that
bro.
out. Every time you let
Like,
go
I'm
of
not
one of these
even
strong
kidding,
picks,
bro.
you need to have a
Like,
game plan
between
in
the
mind of
time,
how to
like,
shut it down, and BTK did
5
not
to
have
10.
that there in game one.
It's fucking
So
cold
the
here.
real question here is, okay,
Once
we
it
know
hit
that Boars
11,
Gaming
it's
has
so
a
hot.
very strong 10-minute game style, right?
Like, what the
Then do you
fuck?
draft
What
to
is wrong with this
last the
weather,
first 10
bro?
minutes and then you try and come back in the later parts, or do you try to match them blow for blow in that first 10 minutes?
I say BTK is a very momentum-driven team. The games we've seen them won is because they played off a strong momentum, right? I would say
We gotta
instead of
play she,
outlasting,
bro.
go for the blow for
Bro,
blow,
there
and
is
also
no
kinda
way this
draft a
shit is
team
cooked
that
again,
you're a
bro.
bit more comfortable with. We always mention BTK. They're always like this, right? They always first
Musashi
game
and
they
Biren.
pick their
I don't even
super
know the
meta pick,
combo in
super
this
textbook
bit.
pick, and then they end up not executing as well. And then we see them actually
Use
have a
them
better
bicep
performance
or
when they do get
something.
onto their comforts and such here. So this game here, maybe they'll go ahead and get
Oh my
onto some of their comforts
God.
here. It's gonna be harder in the best of fives to, you know, always have your comfort picks and for them to be strong and in good spots here. But
I just
playing by
want
the
my
book has
sweater
never
with
really
same,
been BTK strength.
same, bro.
Okay, that remains to be seen. I'll be honest, like I said, I think everyone, as well as the comments, they can see that there is
Same,
improvement in BTK's gameplay. And now, BTK, they want to give Mobile's Days
Same,
already
bro.
another chance. Let's see whether this has been a growth worthy of beating Boars Gaming.
If they put
we
you in
go,
there, bro,
BTK
just put me on
locking in that
Arlie, bro.
Arlie.
Oh
Third
shit, speaking of
box
Arlie, we get
around
first.
the
Oh
group chats
no.
that
Has that been good
Arlie-
trade?
I'm not gonna say who said it. It may be the person I'm casting.
Bro,
today.
they got the
Is a little bit
fucking
suspicious.
Dharma
So let's
in
go ahead and see
mind.
if Zane can go ahead and pull that off here today. But that Arlie is against some stout competition in a Mai and a Dharma. Another thing I do have to say is Zane has been getting tough Arlie games, all right? When he gets put on the Arlie, he's against, honestly, the craziest compositions, all right? And now he's against the Mai, against the Dharma. I saw him against the Neza once as well, too, right? Like, these compositions that are so hard to survive against. Can he survive this game?
I mean, that's the whole point of ban pick, right? That's the whole point of BP, is to make your opponent's
Agudo
life
and
as
Diggy.
insufferable as possible. Now, Boars Gaming, they go with the Demon Jet pick. I think that's a okay choice. I would have preferred a channel, but I think at this point, BTK. Let's see. I like the start of this draft once again. Agudo, very strong against tank junglers, which I presume Boars Gaming are gonna try out.
If Shark's ult are on point,
The
Dharma and
Schwanza
Mai
game
shouldn't
picked up
do
here.
much.
The de
But
facto
bro,
counter to
you know
the
what they're gonna
Dharma here,
do?
right? Everyone kind of has that.
They're
one in
literally
their
gonna
back
use one
pocket.
of them as
Schwanza's seen a
bait.
lot more pick
It's
in
probably gonna
this,
be Mai or
in this
Dharma is gonna be
roundabout
the
of the
bait.
Major West League. Last time we only saw him really
And
once.
once the
We saw him
ult
a
is
little
gone,
bit
they're just
on the
gonna
tail
dive
end of
again.
KWC, but teams
Like,
are starting to
bro,
come around to the strength.
I don't
of
think
that
these
cleanse
people
of
are that
butterfly effect
stupid, though.
from Schwanza.
Hit
True,
the
I mean,
gym G,
at this
bro.
point,
My
it's
bad, bro.
purely against the
You're
Dharma.
ripped.
Hopefully, that is going to be the main.
Show them
usage
face,
of
though.
The butterfly effect, which
You
is
probably,
the ultimate of
you
the
probably
charge.
can't. Your
But
name is I'm
then
the
you also
noob.
have to be really
I am
careful
noob.
about like the knockups from the Mai.
probably
You also have to be
can't.
careful about the
Wrap
golden
it up,
tokens by the
bro.
Tiranjir. These are
What
all
the
things
fuck?
that,
Bro,
make
what is you
life very
doing,
difficult for
bro?
Shark.
Wait, that might be a Ganon Mo signal from Hoon there. Because that kind of looks like the Ganon Mo Blades move there. Potentially, Ganon Mo coming out
Diadea.
for the side
Holy
BTK. I'm calling it here
Diadea.
first. I don't know. It kind of looked like he was doing the Blades in real life there.
Okay, I mean, I'm not that good at charades, so I'm gonna take your word for it and guess that we're looking at Gun and Mo because there is a pick that is open. But Gun and Mo against Mai, is that really what you want to play? It's a little bit hard though.
I can't think of another hero that does that, you know, signal there.
judging?
But I'm not
Bro.
too sure. Hoon, Ganemo is one of Hoon's favorite picks as well here, though. They already used up Yuan.
Okay, Charlotte.
Let's go ahead and see what they round out their team with. Charlotte here, best fried
What's her
chicken
mid?
actually loves playing with
Gunmo.
Charlotte. And there we go. Come on, man. Come on. That
Okay.
was a Ganemo movement right there, man.
Okay, that really was, and we will get the Hoon Gun.
Holy Musashi,
This
this
one
shit
is a
tanky.
special hero, but Boris Gaming, oh, they respawn with a Musashi.
I smell it, bro.
This
I've
is
been
not
smelling
ideal.
that shit
First skill by Musashi actually will
since the morning,
stop
bro.
all of the projectiles coming in from the gun and more. So
Bro, I'm
Hoon
telling you,
might have
winning the
timing
series,
skills a
bro.
little
This
bit
shit's
more
easy.
carefully.
Absolutely. And another thing about the Musashi, first game of BTK professionally, they played against Musashi and Guan Yu, right? And we saw Musashi do so much to best player one. He was able to lock him down every single gank. And they were
Game 2,
phenomenal
boys.
for it. Let's see if BTK
I don't want to
actually
sleep
have learned
early.
from the rankings
Let's.
week
Oh shit!
on
Don't
how
look
to go
at
ahead
us
and play
like
against
that, bro.
Musashi, because the first time they played against it, best
That's
couldn't
bad
really-
draft. What you mean
That's
bad
what I
draft?
think, look, you have
Everything
mentioned
is
so many times
bad?
that BTK have really learned a lot of lessons, and now it really comes to the point where you need to show that you are able to pass the exam, because this is survival week. Lose and you are potentially out.
Absolutely here. Game 2, impressive drafts from both sides here. You know what? This is the beauty of the
Who
global
said
pick
no?
ban.
What
right?
do you
Today we've
mean,
seen
bro?
so many interesting picks already.
It's
and
BO5,
so many
it's
interesting
BO5,
drafts that
bro.
you would never see if there wasn't the global pick ban format in. And that's a good thing about HOK, right? There's a good chance that if a game goes best of 5, best of 7, your favorite hero gets
Diadia,
picked,
my
'cause so
Dharma
many
on
heroes
single
are
team.
removed from the pool.
That's right. Global ban pick also refers to the fact that you will not be able to pick the hero again in the series unless we head to a best of 7, which is not going to be available today. So you only get to see the heroes play once by each team.
Wait, when is
Absolutely.
best of
And right
7?
now, the meta, there's a lot of strong picks. I would say it's not like very clear what an ultimate battle draft would consist of, right? Like there's so many options here. We saw in the KWC, everyone's saying that ultimate battle usually is the same exact team versus the same exact team. But in the ultimate battle for KWC, it was not the case, right? Some teams make those adaptations. Some teams prefer the Liang and the Ho Yi and such, and that's
He
why we
been
see them
eating-
switch up.
bro.
But speaking of teams, here's a look at
Hell
both
yeah.
rosters here.
This is
Side of BTK
best of
has
5,
a
yes, yes.
relatively streamlined roster, I'd say, right? They're gonna play us.
Hey,
let's
yo!
probably split push here. And then they have the Ganemo,
They got the
Aguro,
whale.
Schwanza with a great anchoring there for their
Bro,
team.
board,
And they're
just
gonna play-
surrender,
and
bro.
The death ball composition, which
Just
I like, because
surrender.
it's an easy to
Yeah,
execute
win this
composition and
shit.
plays their strengths, which are team
It's
fight.
over.
Yo, I've never seen this. Even for me as a player in my
It's
ranked
over,
game,
bro.
Shark takes up the prison sprite. So this guy, either this strategy is going to do wonders for the side of BTK, or it's going to be disaster. Which one we will have to see.
Surrender,
This
bro.
is anti-dive tech, right? Like when you get dove by the Mai, by the Dharma, and the Musashi, you want to drop that.
Say
prison
this
sprite
down,
and
bro. What do
kinda
you want me to
negate
say?
and dissuade the
That's how you
enemies from coming
support,
in
bro.
here.
You gotta
But
be
definitely very interesting
delusional
on the Swanza here.
type
Usually it takes
shit.
something like heal because there's no innate healing in the kit of that hero. But yeah, Shark always cooks.
What
with
the
skills.
hell?
You see,
Hey,
like,
yo,
smite,
Hoon.
Liang Po,
We
smite
cannot be
Zhongfei-
that
not
old.
smite, I'm sorry. Stun Zhongfei and stun.
We cannot
Liang
be
Po,
that
I think, from
old,
him
bro.
Earlier. And of all heroes to pick Prison Sprite on, he picks it on the Swanza and not the Liang Po, which is pretty interesting.
Right, so good job on the side of BTK. They actually kept a 3-man rotation in. Probable first blood? No, 35 should be
Carlos cleared mid lane.
It does not want to
Hey, yo!
Absolutely here. They try to take down 35
What the-
to the tower. It does not quite happen.
They
And
lag?
There we go.
Yo,
There's the
chicken
Musashi
lag there,
able
bro.
to get that kill there with that ultimate. Here's one of BTK's weaknesses. They just let the Musashi kind of, always guarantee a kill with that ultimate when it's up here. And we might start to
Bro,
see a
chicken
little
lag.
bit of that trend here today.
Bro, they gotta reset, no?
Yep, credits to 3005. He was the main bait, right? Well, why was he staying in the middle of 3 people? Because the rest of the side of Boris Gaming were already on their way up.
NS versus
Now,
OG?
with that, it's
What do
going to
you
be,
mean NS?
once again, stock standard Boris Gaming gameplay. They have the lead.
Here we go. They get the momentum already here against picks like the Musashi and some of the stuff like the.
Oh,
Liang.
shit, he
Some-
dodged that
oh my
shit.
God,
Go
speed of
back.
catch. Look at
Okay.
the range of that catch, but a little bit too far here.
Okay.
Idea gets dropped really, really low. Zane does not want
Bro,
to
he's 1
let him
HP.
get away with that, but while barely getting away,
God
went
damn.
so aggressive there under the tower of BTK. That has to be heartbreaking to see her get away alive.
Phasma is so lucky. I mean, goodness me. That should have been a kill, man, on the side of BTK. Unfortunately, they did not have the gold markers to be able to achieve that. Shark, of course, was taken down early in the game, which means he has a deficit of gold. Now, BTK...
Who even
Fun
is
Chicken has
Yang
been doing quite
Jian?
well. He did secure
Who's that
space
guy?
fight, but now he will see 3005 face
Bro,
to
why is
face.
it so
100%
hot?
Away, but here comes Wise.
Yeah,
Zane
usually
mid-
see Dharma
Yo, what the hell
players
happened?
in the 1v1, so they send them help But before talking about that, we see a fight break out.
God
here
damn,
in
boys.
the middle lane.
My boy's
here,
gonna get
as
invaded.
Zayn goes
Oh my
down to
god,
the
4
mine.
people, bro.
Yep, not ideal. Prison Sprite gonna
It's
be
not-
laid down, but this is still
God
insecure for
damn.
sure. Why is this get that Azure Golem? And there is no backup for the side of BTK, no response.
No, we fine, we got
Boris,
Get
they
and
walk away
Mo.
scot-free once again. It's 1,000 gold going to the side of Boris Gaming.
BTK looking not so nice here in the
Wait,
early
Flicker,
game of
am I?
this game here. Boris is
Shit.
getting the momentum that they're kind of known for, right? They're getting super ahead early game here. Mac has been casually farming up, and Hoon has been swapped into the bot lane. It seems like we didn't see him much in the mid lane as Zayn is collecting a lot of that mid farm on Arlie. As they try to make a play on Hoon here, he sniffs it out and backs up and holds this lane 1v2.
Bro, that's why you gotta
Rick
believe.
Cutie was overthinking
It's not
there. He
hard.
was
It's
hoping
not hard
for
to
Hoon
believe.
do a flash or something,
Okay?
you know, with that
It's not
angle of
hard.
the Kachosen. But regardless, Boris Gaming, they have secured
Not
this
hard, bro.
1,000 gold lead. They will start building up upon it as Boris Gaming normally do. So the question is, BTK, what is the response here? And it seems to be a numbers
We winning,
advantage.
bro.
This game, it looks like they're
Only
able
one
to,
kill.
you know, get some farm on the Arlie, but is BTK able to play Arlie and get it to be that super weapon that other teams kind of go ahead and, you know, scale with in the late game here?
I think Rick Cutie might be the answer, right? He has not really been hitting those markers.
Okay.
On his knockouts. Here we go, Rick Cutie in the middle. This is gonna be time secure.
Are we good?
On the side of Boris Gaming.
No, we
and
are
so
not.
Wise jumps into the backline, but there's
Oh,
a
should
lot
be
of damage
dead.
coming in. Maybe
Oh, they're low.
But it's 2 minutes.
They're low.
So Fried Chicken and Best Player 1 both taken down as Boris Gaming just lose. Wise for the final 2.
Bro. Loki.
So Tyrant also
Hoon should
goes
have just
the way of
bursted
Board Gaming,
them.
and now they're starting to,
Should have
starting to
went
get
on
away from
hero.
BTK here. Usually, you know, 1,000
Oh,
gold lead, you can still kind of fight, but oh
no.
man, that was ambitious there. That 1v2 from Zayn there, right? Against the Mai and Deity is definitely gonna be tough.
And he did that without the Doomsday. So this is another learning lesson, right? You need the percentage of damage to be going up against tanky members. And a tanky marksman like Mac. Now with that being said, Boris Gaming, they are open for a counter attack here. Fried Chicken unable to land the hit because the backup has come. Wise looking for it. Bit of farewell, not gonna
God
be here just yet, but the
damn.
double lockup is gonna be enough. And 30-05
think we're still okay.
Team and they secure the T1 for sure here.
Every time Weiss has that ultimate, it's almost always a kill. It feels like a jungle
Are we
version
good?
of Liang. And I was about to touch on earlier, is when you're against heroes like the Liang, the Masashi, they're very
They're
cool.
No, 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 Void, do not go to sleep, bro.
Are down.
Do
Right
not
now
go
he's
to
extremely
sleep, bro.
weak without that ultimate.
That's
Same
bad.
with Liang. But if you just
You
play
staying up with
passive
me, bro.
when he has his
Oh,
ultimate
oh,
down, it's just gonna play into their
Solo?
game. They only want to fight with their ultimates here.
shit.
As you see Zayn try to go
Oh
for a
my
solo
God,
kill
the
on the
Mai.
Mac here, but oh,
God damn this Mai,
There's
bro.
No way. This is why the Mai is picked against an RD. What a big amount of burst coming out from Ray Cutie. He's level 8, same level as Mobile Zane, but I'm pretty sure he's much richer than him at this point.
Hey, I was mentioning in the draft that Zayn gets himself some tough games. He goes for the 1v1 on Mac there, wins the 1v1, but gets baited into Red Cutie, which absolutely annihilated him with that combo.
Bro, I can't do shit,
Playing
bro.
with fire, but he's okay because
I
he still
can't,
has the
bro.
truth
Wait,
mantra.
Shark
Right
didn't
now, the
see
big
that shit.
issue is the fact that Red Cutie is trying to come
Oh,
off the wave, and this is going to
no.
provide value for Mac here. As
Oh,
Phasma as well has eyes on the
no.
Mobile Zane. They want to go in, get the catch, the lockup as
Oh,
well. One more hit's gonna do
no.
it. And of all the people to take the kill, Phasma takes it. T1 once again open for Mac to just lay those passive hits down.
Maybe I should just do
This
that.
is
Bro,
not
you guys are
looking good for the
fake.
side of Zayn
Stop
here.
being
There's a good
fake.
chance after this game,
If I'll stay up, y'all can too, bro.
Because he's been spawning, walking in the lane, and dying here. And Board Gaming is taking full capitalization.
Know what I'm saying?
On their
You know what I'm
side.
saying, chat?
Yeah,
If I can
Wise
stay
was
up,
smart
y'all
move,
can.
baits
Stop being
out
fake,
the
bro.
Prison Sprite from the side of Shark, but the backup
Okay,
is
now we
coming
winning
in
fight
from the
now.
side of
No
BTK.
cap,
Best
we
player one.
about to win
Can
a
they
fight right
finally take
now.
this man down? Wide is falling low, but they cannot finish the job.
Am
They're
I kidding
chasing
myself
in, but
right
the
now,
heals
bro?
do come true.
Are we dead
Magno
ass?
is able to land
Oh
quite
my
a bit of
God,
damage
he
to the
made-
ultimate.
Oh!
It's not enough. Oh, now it finally does. Hoon gets the snipe with the couple blades. It's not
Good,
just done
good,
yet.
good.
Mobile Zane gets another snipe, maybe?
No, he backs away this time. Do not go in this time. Last time we saw him go into a 1v2 mid. It looks like he's potentially going into 1v3 this time. Okay, backs up here. But we were mentioning every time Arlie gets picked, it becomes an Arlie game. I would say this is not it. This game,
We're fine, bro.
Hoon
We
that
got
needs
2
to go ahead
kills.
and make these plays here.
Only
getting those
4K.
blades off and
God
getting that
damn.
smoke off.
Killing spree.
Oh man, another pick going out for the side of BT. They're just getting picked left, right, and center now.
Yeah, this one is really just looking at a menu, right? 3005 was thinking about, hey, do I want to get the trio cut meats here on the side of BTK, or do I want to go for that
Holy
big
shit.
kill onto fried chicken? And chicken it was.
Absolutely, Boards Game now pressuring the jungle of BTK. Azure Golem, we see so many
Bro,
deaths
Hoon,
come
we
from,
cannot be that
trying to
old,
contest
bruh.
this Azure Golem. BTK actually opting to give it up, which is smart here because they probably will lose the fight here.
Okay, so they
Oh my god, even D-Range is cooking them, bro.
From Hoon, but for now, that aggression has been staved off. The Boars, they want to look for the engagement in the jungle as well. Not able to find any gaps in the side of BTK. But Boars Gaming, they're fine.
Now
because
we're
they
fine,
have
bro.
access to the tower.
Only
They also
5K.
have access into pressure on the T2 on the top as well.
We good. Okay.
I think the win condition here for BTK is going ahead and enabling Hoon, right? Playing around Hoon, making sure that he's able to land those blades. Maybe that's also why we see Shark go the Prism Sprite. If he's able to lock down these enemies for Hoon to land those blades on, it could end these fights very, very quickly because the side of Boars is not that tanky. They're all relatively squishy with no tanks on their side.
True. In fact, I would like if
When
Best
there is
Way
no
one
Zia
actually
bit,
uses
bro.
to get the knock
I'm not letting you hit.
as well. But for now, Boars Gaming, they're a very mobile bunch of heroes.
I'm
You have
not
the
letting you
Sashi,
hit,
have the
bro.
Mai, you have the Dharma. These are all picks that are very hard to deal with if you're looking for very specific aimings. So this, again, Boars Gaming, they capitalize on that 10-minute strike they have and will take away the Crimson Golem in their hands.
We were saying earlier that BTK should go, you know, toe-to-toe with Boars Gaming and try and win that momentum early game. But that ship
What's
has
gonna
sailed.
happen
Now
here?
they're gonna be forced
Bro,
to
look at the
churn up
fucking
here.
Musashi,
And
bro.
churn up as Musashi goes into the back line.
God
Oh, man,
damn.
another kill. This could be it here for side BTK. They need to
Bro,
churn
it's
up
not
and stall.
yet.
The force is
Bro said
not
this
allowing
could
them
be
to do
it.
that.
It is
Game's not
gonna
even
be the case.
over.
3005 with that last flash gets the kill as well. You're left with the fried chicken, and it might not be enough. T3s.
Check
over
defend,
there
bro.
taking on the bottom. The
Check
wound
defend,
is
bro.
open, and Boars Gaming looking for that victory.
Check defend, bro.
Fried Chicken needs to kill this one minion here
Oh
if they
my
want to go
lord.
ahead and stay alive, but no, it's not able to happen because of that Soul Siege minion there. They're able to leave the crystal on side BTK.
I think we can win next game.
Very, very quick game there in the game too.
Yes, and this one was well in time of what Boars Gaming have strengthened, right? The prior 10-minute game.
Absolutely. Boars game looking like it's business as usual. BTK, now they're knocking on match loss here. This is match points for side Boars game. You do not want to get 3-0'd ever, you know? So we need to really flip the script right now into
Bro's
this
name
match
is
here now.
Bonky.
What could they go
I'm so
ahead and do,
talented,
Ken, you
man.
think, to go ahead and try to match the side of Boars Gaming?
Just
Bro
because
said
they-
another
I think the
successful
weakness
hit,
on the side of Boars is
bro.
just lasting after the 10-minute mark if you're able to get those late game picks.
Bro, I don't even want to
You know,
reach channel
maybe the
with
Fuzu
OPMO, bro.
works well in the clash lane. I think it's something that, you know,
OPMO, bro.
Fried Chicken can do. But I think the real issue here is just the
Reverse
understanding of the
sweep,
game
yup,
for
yup,
BTK
yup.
is
I'm
not
telling you,
there
reverse
yet.
sweep, bro.
But I do see the improvement. So we'll see how this game
They're gonna reverse sweep this shit.
Absolutely, very excited to see that. Yeah, maybe they do pick up a more scaling composition and
Bro,
play the
chat,
struggle
you know,
without.
I got
As
my
I was mentioning
blood
there
shit.
before they lost the
I
game,
got blood
you know,
work again.
Their ship has sailed for them to
Bro,
go ahead
the
and fight
dumbass
Boars Gaming
nerds,
early
bro.
game. They had to go ahead and stall it out and churl
He
at
pinned
that
the
point.
needle
But their
in the
side, Boars
middle,
Gaming was
bro.
so ahead,
Like,
Masashi
in
just
actual-
walked behind
in
the
the
tower
middle
and
of
just
this
ulted someone
bullshit,
down,
bro.
and there's nothing you can really do about that. They had to play the Ganon Mo to wait
Dumbass
clear there
nerds,
to
man.
kind of make up for kind of the early
Bro, they
game
just be
everything.
hiring
Harley
anyone at
died
this
a
point.
lot that game there, and because of that, they were down a lot of gold and pressure there. So that's why I say
Dumbass
that's more of a
fucking nerds,
Ganon Mo game, but they just never
PMO.
got the opportunity. They were stuck wave clearing all game.
truly
Well, this
was
shit
the
still
case because,
hurts, bro.
I mean, the farming rate on the side of Mac was not, say, you know, very hard to do.
This shit
but
depressing as
The room was
fuck.
always open for him to farm because Mobile Zane was taken down quite a lot of times in this game. 5 deaths, which meant
Bro,
the
it's
door
so
for
hot.
farming was
Why is it
available
so
for Mac
hot?
every single time.
Absolutely. They were definitely targeting Zane though, right? They're setting up in the jungle of BTK. So this game, Shark is on something like the Swanson, not as easy to get vision with, unlike the Motsu that's able to cannon blast those bushes. And therefore it made it so that the jungle of BTK was a lot more dangerous. A lot of times Zane had to face check something. You really don't want to face check on marksman roll. And yeah, when you face check a Mai, you're gonna go down a few times, right? We saw Zane die back to back so many times in the mid
This
game.
turn, bro, I literally just fucking took
not
up my
able to really
AC
get
because
that
it got
Harley even
cold.
close to being online.
I think BTK was kind of expecting that Boris would dive them heavily with the lead, right? Which they did, but they
Bor
didn't
wins
do
over, no.
as frequently as their usual 10-minute
You
games.
MO?
So
What
I think
MO?
Boris really understood what BTK was
What?
going for, especially on that pick. So let's talk about
See,
the
see
MVP.
what I'm
It
watching?
had to
I'm
be
watching
Red Queen. This
COC
guy,
nowadays. Look at this
4-5,
shit.
never
Some Sabrina,
dropped a
bro.
once, was responsible
Type
for a
shit.
lot of the misery that was inflicted onto Mobazane.
Now, I'm a big Mai kind of hater. I always say its win rate is like terrible or whatever. But this game in particular, Red Cutie showing what happens when you pick Mai and it's played perfectly. He's able to roam throughout all the map, provide so much pressure, damage, crowd control, absolutely everything. When Mai,
Bro,
when the
stop
Mai pick is going
hating,
right
bro.
and it goes unchecked,
Yo,
which it did in
PMO
this
right
game
now.
here, it's able to do wonders.
Yes, the knockup is really what changed the game for the side of Boris Gaming, right? The ability to be able to stop any form
Bro,
of comeback
they're
from the side
replaying our
of BTK was
fucking-
very huge. Like this huge bait by Mac, calling out to Red Cutie.
Oh my
Here's
God.
a freebie, take it.
Look
Bro,
at
that skin
combo
on
there.
Mai was
Immediately are
good
racing
as shit,
Zane
though.
there with the Mai. And again, BTK is allowing these strong picks.
Khalil
They know
something
the
else
enemy team's
than
gonna pick something like the Mai.
Ogre,
You gotta have something.
Bro, you
ready for
actually
it.
just
had
played
something
3
for the
heroes,
Dharma,
huh?
The Schwanza, but even then,
Wait,
the
so if
Schwanza
this
is
shit
kind
goes
of
to
like
fucking
a
game
late
5,
pick.
bro?
That's one of the weakest roam heroes in the early game. You're
We
a
still
melee, you
cook.
kind of go
Either
around.
way,
you don't really
no.
do much. They needed a more proactive roamer, I'd say,
Only
on
main
Shark.
killer
Because
for
when we saw
BP,
Shark
man.
on the Motsu, he did a great
You have to
job
play
early
that
game.
shit.
Like, I would say winning the early
Bro, this
game
shit
on their
pissing me
side
off,
here.
bro.
It was just that their team as a whole kind of
Motsu
fell off.
or
This
Mosey?
game, he had the
Like,
Schwanza,
chat,
really did
what's
not
like
have much
the-
agency there. But that is going to be
What's the
game two
actual
is now
pronunciation
match
of the
point.
word,
We're
bro?
gonna go into a quick break for potentially the final match. I hope not. I want them to take it to
I'm
game 5.
asleep
Let's see how
good,
it goes.
bro. Oh, damn! Stop being fake, bro. Stop being fake, bro. Stop being fake. Oh, let's watch this one. We reverse sweep. That's what I'm saying, bro. We just read comments here. Shut the hell up, man. BTK, that's what I'm saying, bro. BTK need ball, bro. But we have a big head Luna though. That's Carlos.
When this is the time, enter the ring. All those mental chemicals doing they thing. I got flashes of battles inside of my dreams. I was made for this moment. At least now it seems like it's time to come face to face with your fear. Been battling reasons for all of the years, and I learned how to fight them with style and grace. So
Bro, can we get a win?
come out swinging when they open the gate. Go ahead, call passion. I'm calling it rage.
Can we get a win?
It's mine like I already own it. Watch but don't blink. Going here to the moment.
Wait, we're actually losing to Kazakhstan, bro. Are you serious right now, bro? We're losing to Kazakhstan and Argentina, by the way, in a MOBA game. I mean, we lack experience, but then
My name is honor. My name is king. My name is champion. My name is strength. My name is Pentakill. You think it's strange? My name keep ringing inside of your brain.
nah, I think we're good, bro.
Maybe the third time is truly the charm for the side of BTK. Humus, we're expecting this to be a 3-0, 2-1. What's the call?
I wouldn't.
Bro,
put
glaze
money on
us,
the
bro.
2-1, let's say, right? But what does BTK need here? We're talking a little bit about it prior, right? We want to have Shark.
They need LeBron James, bro.
Because I think he was able to do so much work on the Motsu.
God
When we
damn.
put him on something more passive, like the Schwanza, they lost a lot of control.
Who the
lost a lot
fuck
of
is
vision there.
Schwanza?
And, you know, partly because of his pick there, right? And Zane, we were mentioning, died a lot of times in mid games because he had to go into his jungle without much vision there. And Schwanza is just a pick that can't really get that much vision for him there.
Bro,
So
who
we
the
like to
fuck
see
is
them go ahead and change up their drafts a little bit. But this is match point game 3. I'd
This shit
say,
PMO, bro.
once again, my advice has always been to BTK. They're not at that point yet where they can really play by the textbook, right?
Heroes Evolve? What the
Play your
fuck is
comforts,
Heroes
you know,
Evolve,
play
bro?
the heroes you know, play the compositions you know, force those team fights and go ahead and play the way
Bro, I'm
you
telling
guys
you,
want
bro,
to here.
reverse sweep, bro.
I would think that, hey, if
Don't even know
Marco
the
Polo is
bro.
the signature
I'm
pick
telling
for
you.
the side Mobile Zane,
Who
then
the
let's
fuck
give it
is
to him. Like, give it to
Zhuangzi?
him.
See a Marco Polo from Zane. Like, we gotta see it one time, right?
But pair it with the Yaria, right? Just
Mo
give them as
Zi,
much protection as possible.
Zhuangzi.
The Wandering Beam from Yaria pick will be able to give you vision as well. I think that's something that they can explore. But for now, BTK, they will ban out the pay. As Boris Gaming looking for the final nail in the coffin to send BTK down in the table.
Absolutely. I'd much rather
My
see
name.
one of the best Marco Polos than like a middling Arlie, right? And that's what we
Bro,
can
I'm
eventually
telling you,
have
bro,
here,
pick Marco
because, you know, it's one
Polito,
of Zane's
bro.
signature picks. We have
She
not
and
really
Marco
seen
Polito.
Zane on his picks he's really known for. He plays a lot of Channel, the long, but you know, because of how these drafts are going, he's kind of been
Oh!
pigeonholed into
Luna!
the Arlie here.
Oh
So
shit.
they pick up the Luna.
Yo, Luna.
Finally, we get our wish. But instantly, Boris, they respond with a Liang pick. Potential Princess Frost, have they used it? No, they have not. So Boris,
Oh
they respond
my.
with the stock standard
Oh
combination.
my god, we not
There we go.
moving,
We were
bro.
talking about it. Boris Gaming hand BTK the gun.
Bro,
that is
whoever
Luna.
gets fucking
But it is
ulted
not
by
over
Liang,
because
he
Liang
can't
and
fucking
Princess Frost
move.
are on the board here, and that's how you gotta think about these drafts, right? If you give
He
your
can't
opponent
move, I
anything,
just
you
can't.
gotta have a recourse
I
already
can see
in
it,
mind.
bro.
That's something we saw BTK
I can
kinda
see
lack
it.
in some of these
Carlos
fights
goes
here.
in.
But
I
maybe
can't
this
move.
is their recourse
I
here with
can't.
the bang
I'm
with the
Elsa
bang
right now,
battlefield
bro.
command to potentially
Holy
save the
fight.
Luna and give them enough durability to survive the Princess Frost Liang combo. But I don't know if you could survive a Princess
Wait,
Frost.
isn't it better if we
Liang
just pick
fade combo,
Liang?
though, because that's a lot of execution power.
Since it's counter
Actually,
for
they
Luna anyways.
might be able to, right? BTK's draft here, Lianpo and Liu Bang, I think it does well because number one, it is a huge burst composition. Number two, tanky composition. Number three, stun.
Bro, isn't that better
So
though?
it fits the bill
We first
on
pick
what
Liang,
needs to
they
happen
pick Luna,
against the lineup
Princess
of Force.
Frost. Isn't that
Now,
better?
Then it's about the
Then we go
execution, and
Mankey.
do you get the early game? Can you win?
See?
the wrestle
Even I know.
in the jungle
Even I
with the
should know the
Force gaming
draft.
people?
Bro, why you
Absolutely
typing my
here.
full
And I
name,
would say
bro?
The base damage on the side of BTK,
What the
Liu
hell,
Bang,
Lee?
one of those heroes that people, you know, they know him for that global shield, right? Liu Bang has some of the most impressive burst damage as well.
What
with
the
skill 1 and
fuck?
skill 2 burst here.
You're typing my
And
full
looking
name,
at the
bruh.
side of Boris Gaming, they are really squishy. They
shit.
do not have any tank heroes.
Your
Even
PMO.
the Fade in the jungle, right? They don't have a Clash laner picked yet, but it's often not
But now
going
this
to
is what
be
I'm saying,
a really
bruh.
tanky hero. And wait a second, did they hear us here? They might be locking in the Marco Polo here.
Oh shit! Yeah. Wrap it up. We winning, bro.
They're
Bro,
hovering it.
you
No,
not
they locked it
see,
in.
bro. We got
They do.
she.
I like
Lian
it. I think it's a great
Po.
pick. So BTK, this is a nice draft.
Lunar.
Right? There is damage.
Oh, we winning,
there
bro.
is control. There is mobility. A
Easy.
lot of good things on the side of BTK's draft. But
Easy.
Boris Gaming,
Holy
they're
fucking
going for the
Mulan.
burst composition lineup here. The Fang, the Fade, and then you have the control and the Princess Frost and Liang. And then you add on a
BTK
Mulan.
will win
to
this match,
that.
just can't
Oh
prove-
my goodness.
And 30
what I'm
5
saying.
locks in his signature Mulan here. We saw that
Wikipedia
behind him
knows
in his
everything.
team intro here. So that's
Bro,
one of his
stop-
favorites
stop
there.
searching
So
my
both teams really
Wikipedia,
feel
bro.
themselves locking in their favorite picks here, and it makes sense. This could potentially be match point here. But I like BTK's opposition, and it's very pointed. The strategy is
I would love
streamlined,
to
right?
believe, but
we
I've
have the
never
Luna,
seen
we have the
Mulan
Marco
Shi.
Polo.
But he
When
keeps
they
saying
get
it.
ahead and go
Good
in,
enough,
I'm going
bro.
to
He keeps
Battlefield
saying that
Command
shit.
and keep one of them alive, right?
Shi.
And that's a really simple strategy to go ahead and execute.
Type
They can follow up off the
shi.
Liang Po.
Bro, we
And
good,
it's a
bro.
simple team fighting strategy here. Like
Game's
that. I
over,
think
bro.
BTK
Bro,
is really
Boris.
favored. They're good
Surrender.
at team
Give
fighting.
us a win.
Yes, this is definitely one of their strengths as a team, right? The ability to
Give
fight
us a
toe-to-toe
win
against some of the top
right
teams.
now.
I think this is something that everyone is excited to take a look at. Will it be enough though? Because Boris Gaming, if they get the lead, you know they don't let go.
Absolutely. And speaking of streamlines, there's probably no easier composition than the Liang Princess Frost. Double ultimates on the same person. Almost no one is going to go ahead and survive that. So both sides having relatively easier to execute compositions here. So it's going to come down to fundamentals, and how the map really plays out is going to decide the victor. And because of that, I think I'm going to have to worry a little bit about BTK, as they've not
It's
necessarily
win this time is
known
always
for
a
their
win.
map play. Really, they're more known for their team fights.
It's always a
But
win.
This game here, both the compositions are really easy to execute on, I'd say too. So it's gonna matter on how they maneuver.
It's always a
that
win,
map
bro.
in Mid to late game.
It's time.
We'll see. Let's go. This is gonna be game.
Wait, what
number
the fuck
3
is
between
that?
Boris
That's
Gaming
not
and
she.
BTK. BTK
Yo, what
looking
skin
for
is
their
that?
first whoever win, hopefully try to tie things up. But Boris Gaming, they're coming in for the kill.
Absolutely, we see Shark on the landing pole, a bit more of a proactive roamer, as we were mentioning.
That's
And
Ana?
the prison sprite on him. Now, this is a meta pick on him there. Look at that early game prison sprite.
Oh,
on the two there.
oh.
He does start that skill 2 to go ahead and pull the wave here. But there we go, forcing a flash from Red QT here.
Okay, not bad. Great start. I mean, they did have to kind of claw their way into that. But let's talk about BTK. This is a team that was formed 8 years ago by a group of friends. And of course, their friendship has continued. And I think they have...
paused, actually.
yeah, they have achieved quite a high level of competitive
Bro said timeout. We need to
level
pause.
in the MOBA genre. So I'm excited to see that growth here in Honor of Kings.
Absolutely. While they're new to Honor Kings, they're no strangers to mobile MOBAs, right? They are champions of mobile MOBA, but Honor Kings, they're a bit new too. They're learning the ropes here. That's why we always mention they're going ahead and learning here. They only have a few months of time here, and they're taking on professional teams with years of experience. So being able to hold their own against that is extremely admirable and impressive.
That's right. Now, there is a problem with the phones for the side of Boris Gaming, so give them a little bit of time.
Bro,
and
here's-
we'll talk about this. BTK,
Use my
I
phone.
really
Y'all
like
y'all
this
not
draft.
winning this shit
And
anyway,
we
so
talked about it. The team fighting potential
Use this phone.
is pretty strong. So both teams
Use
actually
it, bro.
winning on that same marker, level 4,
You need it.
right, where all the ultimates are.
bro, you're not winning this game,
Absolutely.
bro.
BTK, their win condition is forcing these fights, right? Let's not worry about the compositions, how they go ahead and side lane and do all that stuff, right? It's going to be important to play the map and all that, but for them to not get ran over, they need to force these fights and play what they know.
Bro, they're not winning this game, bro. We got Marco Polito, bro.
Know how to play their heroes at the highest level.
We got
Where
Marco
they struggle
Polito, bro.
Is when it comes to those rotations and such. But when you force fights,
Oh,
if you
hey,
force
yo!
fives here, your rotations and
What
stuff
the
don't matter.
fuck,
All that
bro?
matters is how well you mechanically perform on your hero, and mechanics wise,
Bro.
Boris Gaming, I'd say, are even. I'd say
What
all
the-
of these players are mechanically
You
very,
chill.
very similar. What sets them apart is they're are even. I'd say
What the
all,
fuck?
and mechanics wise,
Hold on, hold on.
BTK and Boris Gaming, I'd
Hold on,
say
bro. Woo! Bro. Bro. That shit gotta be. Bro, it's cooked, bro. Who look like? Cause it's Asian, no? Bro, this guy's cooked, bro.
are even. I'd say all Bang, the Liang Po, the Luna, that's a lot of burst damage.
Game get
Really matter.
Yes. So fighting is definitely the way that BTK wants to get this done. But at the same time, some of you are asking why is there a farm in the composition on the setup?
And then those heroes, after they use all their skills, they're not that much of a threat anymore. The Li Bang has that burst I was mentioning that's super impressive. But if you're able to dodge out skill to skill 1, he
Bro, it's
can't really
cooked,
do
bro.
anything to you.
See, this
Yes,
is why
and
we're
the
not
cooldowns on
winning,
farm
bro.
are pretty short, right? All he needs is that first skill, target
Oh
sided.
my
land 4 hits on you,
god,
boom, you're done.
Boars, bro.
Right, and
Absolutely.
It's even worse if they have the lead, which I'm pretty sure Balls has been pretty consistent in getting so far.
Yeah, Fang, one of those heroes that are really snowbally as well too, because they have such high damage and coupled with that untargetability, if they get kind of out of control, they get really, really ahead in the game. They're able to just kind of solo anyone, right? The enemy jungler usually is not able to take them out. The Luna has potential to get soloed out by the Fong if the Fong gets ahead, because they're able to dodge out Luna's burst there and output back.
Oh, is
that
they
much
starting
damage.
now? They're
And the
starting?
Fong
They
heroes
got my
is on
phone?
towers as well too. Once that mark gets applied, 4 autos like Ken was mentioning here, and it does a bunch of damage to both.
Bro,
Ultra
stop
and
complaining, bro.
That's right. So for now,
You're
we'll see how this
PMO.
game's gonna progress.
Bro, this
I
guy
think,
PMO,
you know,
bro.
in terms of macro, BTK definitely still learning the ropes in terms of how to play Honor of Kings. But the growth, I think, has been scarily fast. Have they gonna win? Not that big yet. No series win, just match wins or game wins at this point. But I think we'll see. If there's any game that has a good chance of BTK winning, this draft has
Oh,
to
we're
do it.
starting.
Absolutely, we see the game go ahead and get resumed here now though. 2 people on side BTK in the bot lane. Shark really want to make sure that Zane gets a really good laning phase going here, and he's not pressured out and such. And we see Boars Gaming, you know, matching it here, playing more very traditional lanes here, 2v2 bot lane.
Yes, the protection coming in. At this point, really, it's just how much damage can Mac put onto Shark
No.
at the same time. There is a rotation coming in.
Oh.
First blood. No, it's
Oh.
two. A big win. Boars, they lose the first blood, and it's a BTK. Best player one gets it for the team.
See, I told you, we
We
winning
thought
now.
Best player one was playing Luna earlier. He's actually playing it now, and we've seen the devastation that Luna can cause, and he's kind of on track for that right now. Gets first blood before 2 minutes into the game here. Can best player run away with the game similar to how Weiss did versus them?
Yes, he needs to do it now, right? This is the best timing. They also get the space right. He gets that farm in the mid lane as well. All stories aside, BTK, this is a great start.
Absolutely. Best player one going ahead and clearing out his jungle, getting that mid farm as you mentioned here as well too. Whereas the side of Boars Gaming, kind of similar to 9Z, they have a composition that funnels both has been doing surprisingly well. I think it's only been picked 2 times here, and it has won both of them. But we see Weiss going and teleporting into that minion there, and best player and BDK, they're all on this Azure Golem.
Not
Nice.
gonna be a pretty
See this
picture
shit?
for the side of Boars. 5 members strong, they come in. There's nothing Mac can do here, and there is no punishment coming out from Boars just yet, which is really scary, but it's great news for BTK fans.
I think Weiss was jumping in there thinking he was gonna take on best player 1v1. Little did he know.
I
2
told
people
you,
were
Boars
on
just
his,
surrender, bruh.
Azure Golem bush there, and he jumped into the wrong neighborhood for sure. I think he ended up securing it because he got the ultimate on the Azure Golem, if I'm correct, but he instantly gives it back away as he goes down.
I mean, it went into the hands of Shark, and for now, they do secure the Azure Golem for best player one, so that's good news for them. Boars Gaming, this is
Boy, it's all but
this
just
is a nice
surrender,
situation to
bro.
be in.
Absolutely here, BTK. This is the momentum they need. They need to keep this momentum up here.
I hope they don't get picked
If
off,
there
bro.
was a pick that would get out of control and win the game, it is this. Here we go. Another combo from Luna coming in.
Okay, nice.
Onto the Liang. Liang gets dropped low. Mulan actually getting spared.
What the fuck,
eventually.
Kalita?
No, okay.
Yeah, that's-
Very good target acquisition there from best player, knowing to ignore the Mulan and going onto the squishier Liang.
Yep, good idea, right? They did have
Ooh, solo dolo?
but here
I
we
told
go.
you, bro, Marco
One
Polito,
v
bro.
one. And this is what we're talking about. When you fight against BTK, you don't fight them, you play the map. But for now, BTK, they are forcing Boars to fight with them. Toe to toe.
There we go. We were talking
Oh my
about
god,
the
Carlos,
Zane,
stop egoing the
Marco
fucking
Polo, right? He's
midway,
never busted out
bro.
yet, but now in Survival League, when it matters most, alright? When his
Bro,
game
keep
is on the
egoing
line,
the
he
fucking
busts
mid
out the Marco
farm.
Polo and gets a solo kill onto Mac.
That's a big marker, and right now they will be able to wrestle for this first 4-minute Tyrant. In fact, this is the first time I've seen BTK on the Tyrant.
God damn, we're winning now,
And they did
boys.
as well. So this is a great lead. It's not the biggest. It's about 1,000 gold ahead for the side of BTK, but it's a good advantage.
Zane and Mac. Let's
What
see
the
how this plays out.
fuck?
Oh,
Was it
okay,
lagging?
We don't get to see how it plays out. But he gets the kill. We know what happens, and that's what matters.
I believe it's the Purify that he used, right? So you can actually purify your the max first skill, the target side, and cancel it out. Now with that being said, this is a difficult position for Boars, but I'm also curious because I don't think Boars have been put in a very difficult position pre-10 minutes. I want to see how they try and turn this around.
Absolutely. The Mulan here getting a lot of pressure put on them here, but Mulan 106 is relatively resilient to
Bro!
pressure here. But speaking of pressure,
Are we
Zane
good?
being put under
Ooh!
pressure here. But
Ooh!
Get to the save. Beautiful pressure smash.
Super beautiful. That one double kill. Mac and Phasma. That is the
See?
combination you want to
We
take
are
out.
winning now,
literally can't do
boys.
anything alone without being at risk. And now Boars Gaming, they get punished heavily. This is a brand new BTK.
I don't want to jinx it, but this is looking really good for BTK. All the stars are aligning for them here. Zane is ahead on the Marco Polo. Best players ahead on the Luna. They have Hoon on the Shah to go ahead and enable both of them.
Who the
Fly
fuck is
Chicken
Shah?
has the battlefield command to protect either of his carries, which are both really ahead.
Well, this shit
is
PMO,
looking
bro.
Amazing.
This shit
It is,
PMO.
definitely is. Boars Gaming, this is the first time in a long time we've seen them on a deficit pre-10 minutes. But this is refreshing to see because both teams are doing something that is really out of their nature.
Absolutely. Let's see how they go ahead and siege this mid tower here. Boars Gaming is here to go ahead and try and defend against it. But the poke from Marco Polo should be pretty solid compared to the Fong, right? He's able to land that skill 1 on the wave and onto the enemies of Boars Gaming. We have Shark on the side here ready to engage if he sees an angle. And how Shark and Zane go ahead and combo their ultimates, is gonna go ahead and decide the game.
Sure.
Right there,
Yo,
they had a
Zane is fed
beautiful
as
combo
fuck.
with the
Bro, we
triple
not
threat on
losing
the
shit,
fist right,
bruh.
and they won the fight immediately. And they need to keep doing that if they want.
Bro, hopefully Zane doesn't get one-shotted
Just
by
making sure they
Mulan.
play with vision well
Or
is,
get ulted by
it's definitely a
fucking...
big marker of success for the side of BTK, right? And at this point, look,
I
they're
forgot that guy
standing
name.
around
The
this
laser
neutral
guy.
objective,
The
trying to
beam guy.
stop any movement whatsoever from the side of Boris.
Yeah, BTK looking to fend them off of the Overlord, and now that Primal Bonds run out, they go ahead and secure it for themselves. They take the first 2 objectives in the game here against Boris, and as you mentioned, Boris is probably not used to playing on the back foot here, especially not against BTK probably, because they just beat him 2 times pretty handily here, but BTK is flipping the script here, going for the
You
reverse.
see? This shit's so
Yo, what is
easy.
happening? At this point, 30-05 looking for an opening, will not be able to spot anything just yet. Hoon nicely checks the brush, gonna be using his flash to escape, and once again they survive. It's 6-0. Boys have not found a single kill.
Absolutely there. Hoon showing a lot of respect to 35's Mulan there. Just immediately flashing away. Does not even give
I
him
feel it,
one
bro.
even
Sleepy,
chance
just
to
go to
get that
sleep,
kill
bro.
there.
You're
But another
jinxing
thing I
right
wanna
now,
pay
dog.
attention to is Fried Chicken with that ultimate
Bro,
battlefield
take
command.
that
He has
bad
not really
energy
used it
away,
yet,
bro.
But now he's gonna be
Take
watching
that
out for
shit
all the
away
players
from
of
here,
BTK,
bro.
and they're not gonna be
We
as
don't
well
need
planned
that
as
right
BTK.
now.
Yes, and now best player 1, he's gonna get
Oh
caught.
my
The freeze,
god.
suppression,
Oh
when
shit.
It comes down, they stop it. The freeze does not connect, and maybe they can turn this around. BTK, is the support coming?
We good, we good.
More support coming, but 30-05, there is no more window because the rest of them.
Oh, good
is gonna
trade.
jump on the Mac, they force him
Oh, we
away,
fine, we
and
fine.
they
We
get
get
access
towers,
into the
bro.
T2 will not be able to take it, I think, because Mac. Oh, hang on. They should be able to secure this.
Yo, what's
But
up,
Mac is
Kush?
coming boards as well. They're going for the second part of the
Oh
fight.
no.
And with that Jade Mark, they will get the kill. But it's just one single member. That is Hun. And it doesn't matter for the side of BTK. They came and got what they came for.
We were just talking about
Vivo
that
is finally
battlefield
locked,
command come out, and
bro.
it comes out super clutch, saving best player there from the combo of Boards Gaming.
Bro, Carlos like
Yang there,
egoing every
catching him
fucking
out,
free
giving
waves, bro.
Luna
Like,
enough durability to wake up off of the suppress. But here
oh, we
go,
good?
back again,
Ooh!
do the combo again.
Kalita? Oh,
Here we go.
Kalita dead, bro.
Not able to
Oh
survive.
no.
He's not because the freeze came through. And this time it is going to be Boars Gaming. And they are going to start
Yo, we
trying to
cannot be
mount a
choking
comeback
like
here
this,
because
bro.
it's important to shut down this Luna when she's behind.
Yeah, the Fade is just too much damage. Having to survive the Princess Frost combo with the Liang, with the Fade as well too.
Bro, we cannot
Sure, you
lose
get that
like this,
shielding from
bro.
Battlefield Command, but it's just too much damage on South Boards Gaming. And they're able to execute you afterwards as well too with that Hardened Jade Seal.
I mean, it looked pretty good at the start, right? BTK, they were able to avoid all these kills, and I think Rick
Cause
Kelly
it's to
kind of
buy more
adjusted
def.
to make sure that
Maybe just
he
play it
was
safe,
a
bro.
little bit more stricter on the timing to get the
play
freeze as
bait.
well. And this one will be secured by Mobile.
Or be the last one to go in until
Even though BTK was so ahead,
Liang
look at the gold. They're
ult.
only up 1,000 gold. We're seeing Boars kind of churn it here a bit. And this is not
His
what
lead
you
is
want
gone.
to see if you're a BTK fan. Their lead has been slipping. Best player on the Luna is extremely strong here. He's only up 600 gold, not quite running away with the game as we've seen Weiss on the Luna before.
Which is kind of scary.
Carlos Williams was. That's what I'm
this
saying.
was
Just
supposed to
hold
be
it,
on the
bruh.
BTK,
Pay.
right?
Oh
They
shit!
did,
Nice.
But here we go. It's a one-on-one kill. Mobile Zane gets rid of 30-05.
Hey,
No, it was
have
not.
some
It was actually
patience,
by
bro.
White Chicken as well. So with that 10-minute mark, what a timing to have a 4v5.
Like, god damn.
Absolutely, they can definitely group up as 4 and have
Timing, hello?
and split push here, and he's able to join the team whenever he needs to with that ultimate. That's the strength of the Lee Vang pick.
Let's get dead.
And they do get the catch.
Holy
It
shit.
will be set, so Rick Cutie responsible for the death on the side of Boris Gaming. So this is going to open up the map for the side of BTK. They secure that 10-minute Shadow Tyrant, and for now, they will be looking for another fight.
Bro didn't have
It
to
looks like momentum is back
shit
in
to
BTK's
work.
favor. They
Yeah.
had one little slip up there, but they're bringing back Fade with the sideline assassination though. But
Oh.
Zane goes in and
Oh.
finish that, and he does. He takes out Fade there. along with Max
Nice.
Potentially here, it looks like takes out 2 before he goes down.
But it's a beautiful
11-4
win.
was
It's
1
4
kill
kills.
goal
Let's take a
lead.
look at the replay down here. This was the 1v1, the charge coming up, the passive of the Marco. That was what really helped here. And unfortunately for them,
Two
the damage
flickers
was
for
a
that?
little bit too much. And down here, another knock-up and 3-on-1.
No
Can they get the kill? They get the
way.
shutdown on the best player one.
God, this economy, bro. We have the lead, bro. Brother man,
Immediately, they have 6 kills
brotherhood.
back. Boris Gaming.
we couldn't quite see what happened to BTK there. They took a really strong fight. They got a 4-for-1, I think. But then, you know, during the replay, something happened. They actually gave it all back up. And now this is what we were mentioning. We don't want to happen if you want to see BTK win here. They get the lead and they go ahead and give it back up to the enemies.
Yes, and right now this should be a secure Shadow Overlord for the side of Boris Gaming, and they will start aggressing into the jungle.
Yes, we are.
Wants to stay here. Hun may be able to get the catch, but the freeze
Oli ang
comes in,
adult.
and it's almost all over. They get the kill on
Oh!
the heals come through. There is a turnaround. BTK,
Okay.
what is happening to them? They turn this entire thing around. They take out Wise, Mac, and Phasma, and BTK are
See,
on
easy.
the shutdown.
Easy.
And the rushdown as well. They get
Easy.
another catch. This
Easy.
is life over for Red Cutie.
Easy.
And 30-05, he can't defend. He had to try and go for the
Easy.
split push, but 4 members on the side of BTK.
Easy.
They see the doors wide open.
Can BTK go ahead and
Oh,
win
the
here?
game's over,
Timers
bro.
are low, but they're
Bro,
not
this shit is
that
over,
low.
bro.
These minions are slowly marching forward. They do have Overlord Vanguard.
Has to be over.
Kind of try and push it. It looks like this could potentially be game. We need to see 30-05 clear these minions if they don't want to lose here. But he's actually playing really safe. He's not fully clearing the minions here. They do survive though on the side of Boris Gaming. That looked like it was close to the end there.
Nonetheless, it's a big win, right? They get a open wound in the middle lane. While that is not the ideal lane you want, any open wound is great. So Boris Gaming kind of like floundering against the side of BTK. They are aggressing, they're allowing the team fights to happen. That's what you're not supposed to do against BTK.
Absolutely. Phasma honestly overcommitted a little bit too much for Shark there, popping that howl. He couldn't find any members of BTK that were better than Shark, so they grab up Shark and try and take him down. But he was just so durable, being a Liang Po, as well as getting the battlefield command to try and sustain him up, and he was able to sustain
Mulan
him
and
and
Fan
turn
are
that
pretty
fight.
bad
That
in
was a
late game.
beautiful
I don't know about
counter-engage
Mulan.
from the side
Mulan's
of
still gonna
BTK.
one-shot fucking Zayn and She.
They're lying in a way. They know something is available for
That
them
hero
to
is
consume,
too
and they will
strong
go
too.
for it. For now, it's just the Azure
It's
Golem,
the first
but the
one,
T1
but
in
it's
the middle is
third
more
game,
important.
bro.
If BTK able to mount, you know, a team fight like that once again, they should be able to win the game here. Now, if they win another team fight like that, there's nothing stopping them this time. Last time they had to go through all 3 mid lane towers here, which really slowed down their minions' progress. But here we go. Let's see how they go ahead and play it up. I think Phasma's going to be a little bit more tactical with the ultimates now, as not as willy-nilly as before, because he grabbed Shark, then he didn't just take him out very quickly, and that spelled their demise actually.
Yeah, you can see the vision control coming in. Shark does give them the information. Do they really want to charge down? I don't think that's the best idea. Right now, they spot out Wise. If they catch him, it might be over here. They have a 3,000 goalie, bear in mind. Here we go, Shark tanks it up. Not able to look for an opening just yet.
Shark is looking for a Tremor Smash. You can feel it here. He's looking for an angle where they group up so you can go ahead and get that combo onto the enemies here. Boris Gaming trying to aggro the Tyrant and get something happening as well to you here. This could be potentially the final fight of the game here if BTK wins the fight. Let's see what happens.
Yes, you can see both junglers waiting for the opportune moment here. Wise does have his ultimate. Similarly, Fried Chicken, the backup that is supposed to save the team, is going to be open as well. But they don't know that 30-05 is in the corner here. It might change.
No.
Oh, yeah, the stun comes
Okay,
in.
not
They
bad.
actually get him out. And at the same time, Wise dies a little bit too deep, maybe.
Okay,
He's
okay,
taken
not
down. He
bad.
does get Hoon down in that same moment as well. But the jungler
Oh
on the
my
side of
God,
BTK
he
has
couldn't
fallen. Best player one
move.
taken away, and the aggression immediately turns. But Boris Gaming, this is short-lived. They have to defend the base. There is an open wound. There are minions marching down in that middle side.
There's an open one. Put a
Actually,
bandage
Tesla
on
is
that
not able to
bitch.
survive the Liang Princess Frost combo. We've seen the Princess Frost in the class build really conservative with the ominous and glacial and stuff like that. But this Princess Frost is going full damage here, basically has the Twilight Stream to do as much damage as possible. They want to ensure whoever gets grabbed up is going down.
You maybe no, not gonna happen. This is gonna be secured.
Bro,
by
item
Boris. That
check
is
right
9
now,
seconds
bruh.
of fighting prowess, and this one was secured by Mac. But on the other side, top side, you can see BTK trying to play that macro game to survive, buy time against Boris Gaming.
Absolutely. Boris Gaming actually coming back into this game here. It seems like basically throughout the whole game, BTK had the momentum in their favor, but they're able to get some overlords and switch up that momentum here with that Fade securing the objectives. And it's gonna come down to a fight here.
It definitely is. I mean, the damage output is insane. Oh, hang on. Mac is taking a little bit too much here. and Wise needs to be really careful. At this point, it really is dependent. Number one, where does Wise dive? They get
Okay, doesn't have ult anymore.
Available. The tank is not tanking. Shark is taken down, and Wise, he is looking for an opening.
Wait, how did Carlos die?
Been taken down. 5 members on the side of Boris Gaming still alive, and they're still pretty.
Oh!
Oh, nice catch by the side of Hoon. Not gonna be enough. Mobile State, he cannot fall here. He already.
Bro, Leon didn't have ult anymore.
Best player going down there without getting locked down by the Liang is not good here. They're able to take out both Shark and best players. They are really pivotal in these fights, kind of anchoring these fights here. But now, Boris Gaming taking a high ground of their own, if not two. But great catch from the show there onto the fade.
Yeah, they do. They get the kills as well. No, it's just 5 chicken left. And Boris Gaming, this is completely open for them. They just have to clear the way. In fact,
Chicken defense.
and with that, Boris secure the clean sweep 3-0.
Wow, that game really turned on its head there. BTA was basically up all game, but we were mentioning it's always going to come down to a fight when it is so close, and they lost the final fight when it mattered there.
God damn, he's emoting on us, bruh.
Both teams, and
That's it,
I'll
give me
be
my
honest,
jersey,
this one
bruh.
is a great improvement for BTK. This one was so close. They just missed that last
Give me my
leg.
jersey, bruh.
Absolutely. They were ahead all game, basically, right? But they still show signs of, giving back the lead to enemies. What the great teams we've seen do here is whenever they had a lead, they don't even let the enemies play the game. They don't give them a chance. But BTK is able to.
Bro, what the hell
he
happened?
Impressive. They could have easily won this game if that team fight went a little bit differently. They were still ahead in that fight here. But just honestly, as you mentioned, a little bit short near the end there. And sadly, it was right when it mattered.
Unfortunate, but that's the story of a lot of teams, especially in the pro scene, right? This is where you either crumble under the pressure or you become a diamond under the pressure. And for now, it looks like there is a little bit more learning for the side of BTK, because Boris Gaming, they win this entire series 3-0. We'll take a look at the stats later on, but impressive. I just want to give a short highlight to Shark. I think his Liampo was on point today.
Yeah, I think Shark was making a lot of plays on roam for sure, and was a big reason that BTK was either able to survive so long in the games they lost here, and when they were in the lead, he was the big reason they were in the lead, right? Making those plays level 1 with the Liang Po prison sprite, making sure that Red Cutie gets his flashback. A lot of impact there on Shark. Definitely one of the clutch players on BTK here. But yeah, unfortunately, they're not able to take the game win today. We see Boris Gaming, their momentum
It's
definitely
past my
shifted here.
bedtime.
This
What time is
a
it?
different Boris Gaming
It's
from I
fucking
remember.
1.
I saw them game day 1 and
It's
day
fucking
2.
1:30,
They didn't take
bro.
any wins, but now, as Ken was mentioning,
It's
they
time
were
to
in
snore.
rankings week day 3, day 4. They've been picking up some steam here, and
It's
now
time
they're
to
3-0 here, 3 wins in a row here, in the Kings Major West League.
This
Bro,
is
why
a
can't we
very
win,
powerful
bro?
momentum, right? Especially when your players are feeling confident.
Bro, say good
and
night, girl, see you
hero pools
tomorrow.
definitely matter at this point.
You're
I'm really
pissing me
surprised that
off, bro.
BTK had quite the hero pool as shown on stream today. But the most impressive thing to me was actually Best Player 1. He has been getting a lot of flames from the internet comments, but I think he played Luna pretty well today.
I think he played Luna very well for sure. He was not quite able to, do the
Man, me when I lie, man.
Tech and stuff that we've seen Weiss do earlier, but also it's because of Boris' draft. It's not just about the play, it's about the draft as well too. Boris drafted a composition that will never get 1v9'd by Luna, because late game they have that Liang, they have that Princess Frost, they have all that lockup for it here, and we see Red Cutie here topping the damage on the side of Boris Gaming here. One of the few damage focused Princess Frost builds here too, because he knows he needs to cut through not only best players Ogren's ward and such, he has to cut through the fried chicken's battlefield command on top of him as well.
Yes, and we're talking about the 1/8 health marker, right? So as a Luna, yes, you do have a little bit of lifesteal with your itemization, but it's mostly shields that save the day. So if you're low, Wise will take you out, which is why the Fate was also picked up in the first place. But still, nonetheless, I think the combinations coming in from the side of BTK were beautiful in this game.
Bro, look at our
Unfortunately,
lead,
just
bro. The
was
whole
not
game?
the same level of momentum they were hoping for.
God
it was
damn
actually
it,
quite a big
this
swing.
shit,
Look,
boy.
BTK had the lead here.
Yeah, BTK had the lead most of the game though, but as we mentioned, they came up a little bit short.
That's
in
it,
that
time to
final
binge
team
fucking
fight where
Sakamoto,
they got
man.
a Liang ultimate onto the Liang Po.
God
Best Player
damn!
was not able to take full advantage of that and
believe
dive
it,
the enemy
bro.
backline. He actually went down as well too. And those are two pivotal players on the side of BTA going down, which crumpled their composition.
Yeah, very happy to see this guy on the screen. Finally, 30-05, 3, 2, and 5. Your MVP for this last game of the best of 5
Bro, this
series.
is the real
His
BBC,
Mulan was
bro.
impeccable
Not Carlos,
so far.
bro.
Very nice catches on that last few moments of the team fights. Actually, just causing BTK to be
Alright, chat.
complete disarray.
We'll do it again
Absolutely. When I mentioned
tomorrow.
this game, everyone's playing their favorite picks, right? This is one of 3005's favorite picks here as well too. So it's awesome that we get to see it, and it's not an easy pick to pilot here, right? We see him go ahead and get a lot of pressure on him this
We
game
lose to-
in the early game. He dies for first
That
blood
shit
here,
normal
but he's able
now,
to
bro.
bounce back, and BTK was constantly putting pressure on him. And
Bro,
after,
even
I think,
LeBron
one
and
or
James
two
not gonna
deaths, he
save
stopped
us,
dying
bro.
to them. He just played safe.
God
and
damn!
made sure- okay, that's the one we were talking about there. Beautiful.
They out? No.
Ah,
They're
so
still
he
gonna play
actually
tomorrow. Chat, they're still gonna play
outplayed Mac
tomorrow.
there,
Chat,
with
y'all have a
his
good
FIFA
night.
barrage. He knew
Okay.
exactly what Mac was trying to do with the flash. So, okay,
I'm
Mama Zayn,
fucking
we see
sleepy,
you.
man.
There is some hope, and we'll see how the growth of BTK is going to be like. But this combination, oh my goodness, fighting in the middle of winter here, winter is here, is definitely not the ideal position you want to have on the side of
Peace.
BTK. But learning lessons are a must, and for now, Boys
Bro.
Gaming, they will step ahead on
This
the
shit pissing
A
me
side
off.
of the
Learning
table.
here, learning
With
that,
said, we
learning
will
lesson
go for a
everywhere.
break.
Bro,
When
we're not in
back,
school,
we bring
bro.
you the final series of the day. This is going to be a rematch of the grand finals. OG against Twisted Minds. We will see you soon.
We're not in a school, bro. But yeah, chat, y'all have a good night. Peace. I didn't watch